10 questions.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
it
We'll
would.
we'll 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 start in 2 minutes. Wait a second.
What's that?
Yeah, just wait for 2 minutes. I'll start. I'll tell you. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So good evening, everyone. Uh, let's start with today's session. So okay. So right now on this Sunday we have our OPP. So this session will be totally focused on concepts related to OPP. Okay, from week 1 to 6. Okay, in your OPP there will be questions from week 1 to 6, right? So that's why we'll be focusing on that. All right. So first thing is you should know what is the structure for OPP. Okay, so in OPP you will be getting 7 questions. Okay, yeah, so you will be getting 7 questions. Okay, out of which there will be 3 easy questions which will have 5 marks each, and there will be two medium level questions, okay, with 10 marks each question, and there will be uh, two hard level questions which will be 15 marks each. Okay, so this will be the structure for OPP. All right, Tushar, is this what you wanted to know?
Sir, you are saying that the three question will be 5 marks.
Yeah, 3 questions will be easy level questions, and each of those will be 5 marks questions. Okay, then
So 3 15, and then
yeah,
two question will be 10.
yeah, 2 question will be medium level question. Each of them will be 10 marks question, and then 2 questions of hard level questions. Okay, mostly application based questions. All right.
So
So those will
if you
be
total
15. Yeah.
if you total this, it will around 70, 80, not 100, I guess.
Yeah, so it will be then converted to 100. So this will be out of the percentage will be out of 100, right?
Okay, okay, okay.
Huh. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir. It's like
yeah,
kind of first three question but 10 marks.
yes, the medium level question will be of 10 marks each.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
And then for
Yeah.
printing question will come or not?
Yes, pattern printing question will be definitely there. So in this the third section of the question paper, that is the hard ones, hard question, application based questions. There will be 2 questions, right? So one of them will be pattern printing, most probably. Okay. So pattern printing is most common of them, and other one will be based on some mixed concepts like dictionaries, lists, tuples, sets. Okay. So those concepts will be
It,
mixed with
it,
loop concept, right?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, so right now we'll be solving those questions. So before we go to solving those questions, does anyone of you have any doubts? Okay, in practice set it's 10 plus 10 plus 10. Okay, okay, so you are saying easy ones 10 marks each, and
Yes, sir.
medium
Yes,
ones
sir.
15 marks each. Okay, wait a
Medium
second.
20.
Yeah, there might be this thing on discourse. Let's see what's on discourse. Maybe they have posted, our instructors might have posted this marks distribution on discourse. Let me check once. Okay, just a second. Okay. Okay, so till now it's not been updated, but yeah, if it is in the OPP set practice set, then that might be the distribution. Okay. uh, all right.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening. Okay. Okay, okay, okay. All right. So, any one of you having any doubt in any week's concept?
Hello, sir.
Yeah. Hello.
Sir, I have doubt in week 6.
Week six. Okay. Which question?
Sir, string 2.
String two. Wait a second. Let me open the week six content. So week six is basically revision week, right? Yeah. This session is being recorded. This session is actually being live streamed. Okay. So you can watch it on YouTube also. Okay. Week six. String two. Okay. Let's see what your doubt. Okay, I'll present the screen. All right. So the question given to us is even characters first and odd characters reversed. Okay. Given a string, return a string with the characters in the even indices first and the characters in the odd indices next, but in reversed order. Okay. Let's see some examples. For the input A, B, C, D, E, what we have to do is even characters will be A, C, E, okay. Then odd characters B and D. So the even character by even characters, it means the characters at even indices. Okay, so A is at zeroth index, so it is an even character. C is at this for second index, so it is at so it is an even index. E is at fourth index, so it is even index. Okay, even character. And then B and D are one and third indexes respectively. Okay, so they are odd characters. Okay, and that we want in reverse order. So actual order is B and D, but we want it reversed, so the order will be D and B. So our result should be ACE, then DB. Fine. So this is very easy. Okay. Okay, is there any node given that we are restricted to use something
Sir,
or
from negative indexing. From
uh-huh.
negative indexing. Negative
From
indexing, sir.
negative in what you mean by negative, from negative indexing?
Odd character, sir. I am
Oh, you
asking
are,
negative.
so you are saying you are telling the answer, is it?
Yeah, as sir for even 0 to last and second two steps, sir. ACE.
Yeah, definitely, definitely you can do that. But if you will start from reverse, you won't know which one is exactly the even index or odd index, right? Because from the beginning you know that even index is 0 1 2 4 6 and whatever, and odd index are 1 2, but if you start from reverse, so your last index will be -1. Okay, so it might be an odd index, it might be an even index, isn't it?
So we would do a string slicing here from
Yes.
zero. I mean, from starting to the end
Yes.
with a step of two for the even
Yeah.
integers, and for
Yeah.
the odd ones, we'll begin from one to
Uh-huh.
the last, and
Uh-huh.
we'll slice in steps of two, right?
Yeah, exactly. So what we can do is for even, what we'll do is just like this. What we'll do is we'll prepare some even characters. So what will be even characters? We'll say s of, we'll start from zero. Okay, we don't even need to mention. We'll go till end, taking two
And with
steps.
the step 2,
Yeah. Okay. This will give us what?
even characters.
Yeah, all the even characters. Now what we have to do for odd characters, let's first bring out odd characters. So what we'll do, we'll start from,
1 to n
yes, we'll go
with
till
2.
end with two step step. Fine, but now we want this reversed, isn't it? So now what
Yes.
we'll do, so what we'll do is we will say odd char
Dot reverse.
equals, uh-huh, no, so
Yeah.
it is not a list, right? It is what?
Can we
It is a
print
string.
It
it
is a
in
string.
reverse order?
So it's a string, right?
Yeah. So we'll say odd char, we'll just say from beginning to end -1, isn't it? This will work. So first what we did is, first we took out all the characters and then we reversed those odd characters, right? We started from the end and we started from beginning and went till end, but in reversed order. Are you getting this line, everyone?
Yes, sir. Sir, I have a small question here.
Yeah.
So, like in string, as we say that we'll when we try to reverse the order, we take in steps of -1.
Hmm.
So, is there any way like just to reverse it with some of like a call function like reverse function which we call in lists? So, is there a function alike which we can call just to reverse the list?
Mm, uh, I have not seen any functions till now. I mean, I have not used them, but there might be some functions which we can find. So I have told you how can you do this. Write help and str. If you will write, it will give you all the functions that you can work with strings, right? That you can work on strings. So maybe you can find it there if you want. But till now, I have not used any of them. So maybe there is some, or there might be some. I'm not sure. We can see. Okay, wait a second. Help. Uh, let's do this in some other page, not here.
So, maybe in the Pyodite terminal we can do.
Yeah, we can do in Pyodite terminal. That's a good idea.
So can we use this the Pyodite terminal and the notebook in
Yes,
the during OPPs?
yes. This Python tutor, Starboard notebook, and I think Starboard notebook is not working. Yeah, Starboard notebook is not working right now. But this Python tutor and Pyodite terminal you can definitely use. Okay, so you can uh, click on Python tutor and you can use that for that, mostly for debugging. You can use that, and if you want to run something like this help and str, you can use this Python terminal. Okay, so let's see if there is something which is used for reversing or not. Let's see.
सर इसके बारे में थोड़ा सा बता दीजिए क्योंकि अभी तक हम लोगों ने सिर्फ पाइथन ट्यूटर को ही यूज किया है ज्यादातर.
Okay, PyDie terminal is nothing but it's just that it's like the basic Python terminal that you install with your Python. Okay, when you install Python in your system, so you get this basic terminal with it. Okay, where you can write codes. So any one of you, have you used this your CMD command prompt?
Yes, sir.
Right? So just like there what you do is you write some commands, right? Just like that, this spider terminal is, you can write the Python commands here. Okay, Python codes here you can run if you have a small code. Okay, so it's just like how you use other IDEs. It's not that fancy and editable. So suppose I want to run some command. So let's say I will run for I in range 10. What I'll do is, so here I have to give yeah, indentation, right? So indentation is not naturally given, so I have to give hmm, I mod print I mod 2. Okay, I will do this and I'll enter. Yeah, so I got all the outputs, correct?
Yes, yes, okay.
Yeah, so you can use it as you used your collab or anything, just that you have to write the code in very old fashioned manner, right? You do not have such fancy IDEs which lets you edit the code. So now after you wrote this code, you cannot edit anything here. Okay, so to change the code you have to write the code again, isn't it?
तो सर इसका
Sir,
एडवांटेज
during
क्या
the
है?
OPP,
Yeah.
during the OPP, sir, can we use this like help string that you use
Yes,
right
yes,
now?
yes. You can definitely use. This is absolutely allowed. You can go to this terminal, Python terminal, and you can write help. So you can see which uh, methods are available. So this count method, capitalize method, we saw, right? Ends with method, expand tabs, find, format. So these things are which you can use, right?
And warning sign will come then.
Yeah, warning sign will come, but they will check if there are a lot of warning signs on your opp portal, then they will definitely check your screen recording, your video recording, right? So your face is also being recorded, your screen is also being recorded while the opp is going on. So they will definitely check. They won't directly blame you that you have cheated, right? Because they are allowing this Python tutor and PyDot terminal, which will definitely lead you to another port, another tab, right? So if you go there many times, they might check it, and if they find that you are only using Python tutor and PyDot terminal and nothing else, they won't do anything, isn't it?
Yeah, it is
Wow.
okay
अच्छा
that
इसमें
we
हेल्प
can
क्या
go
आप और कोई
many times,
यूज कर
right?
सकते हैं?
Sorry, one by one, please.
It is okay that we can go many times.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, definitely. Okay.
सर सर ओपीपी में हम मतलब हम लोग क्या क्या यूज कर सकते हैं, जैसे हेल्प और क्या क्या हो गया, मतलब क्या एक
Uh,
स्टूडेंट को जानना चाहिए?
But these two things. So see here. So these two links have been given to you: Python tutor and PyDot terminal. Okay. So most helpful are only these two things. In PyDot terminal, you can go and type that help command, which will give you all the methods. If you have forgotten any method which you want to use for some particular data type, like strings, list, if you have forgot some method, you can go there and type help, and in within bracket you write the data type, and it will give you all the methods for it. And the second thing is, if you are having some error in your code, you can just go to this Python tutor. So I'll click it, and you will reach something here. So whatever code you will write for I in range 10, whatever code you write, if I mod 2 equal 1, print I. Okay, you can write it, and you can go in the beginning, you can run your code step by step, seeing how your code is flowing. Okay, what errors you are getting, why you are getting those error. Okay, so if you can see every line of your code, every line, what is happening in each line, you can debug it very well, right? So these are the only two things which you can use in your exam, for if you need any help. Okay.
ओके ओके, थैंक्स अ लॉट।
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, coming
Sir,
back to
so
our
we
question.
can
Yes,
use Python tutor in exam. We can use Python
yes,
tutor in exam.
yes, you can definitely use Python tutor in exam. No, you cannot use Replit, Muskan.
अच्छा ये बताइए कि हम लोग रेपलिट में, जैसे प्रोफेसर ने लेक्चर में शुरुआत में दिखा कि रेपलिट अकाउंट बना सकते हैं, लेकिन जब हम लोग गए तो अकाउंट वहाँ पे मतलब कैसे बनता है वहाँ पे?
Replit account. Okay, so right now Replit account is not that important for you. You can actually, those lectures are, you know, uh, recorded very early. So I mean, 2 3 years back. So that's why they are using Replit, and now Replit has changed a lot. But still, okay, let's see how we can go to Replit.
या मतलब अभी क्या यूज कर सकते हैं जो मतलब
Yeah,
जो
yeah.
मोबाइल है?
So this is your Replit. Okay, you can see this Replit page. So here you can go and tap on create. Okay, wait a second. Hmm. I think because the interface has changed a lot, so I have also, yeah, choose a template. Then you go to this, and whatever you want to create. Suppose you want to create a Python replit. Okay, so you want to write codes for Python. You'll select Python. You will give the name here. Okay, whatever name you want, and then create app. So it will open a new replit, something like this. Let me show you an example. So here, so yeah, so this kind of interface will open. So here will be all of your files which you are writing. Okay, all of the files which you have written for working in replit. Okay, here you can see files and the folders in which they are, and here you can run it. Okay, so main whenever you will run it, main will only run. And if you want to run other codes, so you have to open the shell, go here, type the name of the code. So you will say Python timing. Suppose I run this timing our code.py. I'll give the name of our uh, file, whatever we want to run, and write Python in front of it. And we when we press enter, wait a second, Python 3, let's see, Python 3 timing our code.py. Python 3 can't open file. Okay, it is okay, sorry, cd week 1.
ये क्या है, ये तो समझ में नहीं आ रहा है।
No worries. You don't have to think about it much. Okay. So whatever. So let's say your Python file is outside. Okay, this was in week 1, so let's not look here. There is one file outside, so let's just say, would you want to run this file? So you will say Python timer object dot py, and it will run for you. Okay, so timer object has run. You can see, since it is not giving any output, so it just so let's say here I'll create a file, okay, just for a demo. Okay, I'm not here.
चलिए थोड़ा ओपीपी काम कर लेते हैं, इसी बार मैं तो बाद में रिसर्च कर लूंगा थोड़ा.
Yeah, just a second. Yeah, so I'll create a file, let's say hello.py. Okay, we'll bring it out, and I'll say print hello world. If you want to use Replit for your practice, you can definitely, but I won't suggest using it. You should use Colab notebook. Okay, now here what you can do is just write Python hello.py and just print enter, and so it is running whatever you wanted. Okay, so that in this way you can use Replit. Okay, so anyways, let's come back to our code. Yeah, so these
Sir, I
two
have
things.
doubt in OPP set question.
Okay, definitely I will come there. Yeah, so first let's complete this question. So yeah, these two things, Python tutor and Python terminal, are for your help. Okay, and you can use help method for finding out any methods that uh, for any data type if you want to use. Okay, so here we wanted even characters and then odd characters in reversed order, and then so what we'll do is we now return. Okay, so we have even characters, we have odd characters which are now reversed, so we'll say return even char plus odd char. Fine, let's test run this. Okay, yeah, so it is running. All right, fine. For the guy who was asking out this question.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, all right.
सर थोड़ा सा क्विक में समझा दीजिए क्योंकि मैं बाद में थोड़ा जुड़ा हूँ.
So the question just asked us that we have been given a string, okay, and what we have to do is in this write a function such that it takes this string, okay, and it takes all the even characters from the string and then takes all the odd characters from the string, but in reverse order, and join them. Okay, so suppose our input was a b c d e. By even characters, what I mean is characters at even index. So a is at 0th index, right? C is
जी
at
सर.
second index, E is at fourth index. So all those even characters together, okay, and then B and D are at odd indices, 1 and 3 respectively, correct? So
Yes.
all those odd characters together, but this thing we want in reversed order. Okay, so we reversed it and we want it together as a result. So first even correct all the even in correct all the characters which are at even indices, then all the odd characters which are in odd indices but in reversed order. So this will be our
सिर्फ
output.
ऑड को रिवर्स करना है.
Yeah, still only we have to reverse the odd. Okay, so this question is clear for. Okay, so now the other person is, yeah, Sakshi, what doubt you have?
Sir, string one, can you please explain?
String one. Okay, what is it? Okay, let's see what's the question. So string one says format elements in tuple as second first. Okay, given a tuple of length 2, create a string in the format of second first. Let's see what it means. Where first and second are the first and second elements in the tuple. Okay, the elements can be of any data type. Let's see some examples, then you will understand better. So we gave a tuple hello comma python. So what we want it as, the output should be python comma hello. Okay, we gave input as 1 comma 2 a tuple, our output should be 2 comma 1. Okay, clear for everyone? Okay, and you see this is what, this is a string and not a tuple. So we have to format it in such a way that we get a string, the second element comma the first element. Okay, let's do this. So what we'll do, so we have a tuple, so we know what are, how we can access elements of tuple using indexing,
Just like
correct?
list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just like we access elements of our list, just like we access elements of our string. So using indexing we can do. Okay, so our first element will be,
Excuse me, sir.
let's say, yeah.
Sir, first we convert tuple into list and then we do indexes, na?
No. We can use indexing on tuple also. So I will say first equals t of 0 because that's the first element in tuple. I'll say second equals t of 1, that is the second element, right, in the tuple. And what I'll do is I'll return a string, a formatted string. Okay. And what will be our formatted string? It will be
Like 1 0.
Tuple of 1.
first, comma,
The second comma first.
second. Okay, yeah, we have
Second
to
comma
give,
first, right?
yes, exactly. Second comma first. Correct.
सर थोड़ा फॉर्मेटेड प्रिंटिंग के बारे में बता दीजिए सर, ये क्या है? ये थोड़ा कंफ्यूज है.
Formatted printing. Okay, in
Yeah.
formatted printing, what you do is, have you studied anything about formatted printing? Because this is the most basic format of the formatted printing, isn't it? So what we do is we want the value of variable in this position. Okay, so if we write general string, okay, if we write normal string, let's say if we write just like this, first comma second, what will be our output? Our output will be first comma second and not the value which is stored in the variable first, isn't it? Our output, okay, wait a second, let's go to this spider terminal. So he come, let's seeing here, when I say print, and within print I just write first comma second. Okay, first let's say I have a tuple. Okay, my tuple stores 1 comma 2, fine. Okay, now
Yes.
what I have to do, I'll access the element. So what I'll do is first equals t of 0, second equals t of 1. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to print this as a string. So what I will do is I will write firs first comma second, I mean second comma first, sorry. Okay, what I wanted, my output was that this variable here that stores the second element should, that the value of that variable should come here, and the value of the first variable should come here. Okay, but if I run this, see what will happen. I'm getting output as second comma first and not 2 comma 1, isn't it? If I want my values here, I would want 2 to come here, right, and 1 to come here. Are you getting
The
my point?
values are.
Yes. So we use formatted printing. So what in formatted printing, what we do, we write an F, then we just start the string. So here we just only had a string, starting quote and ending quote. But in formatted printing, what we have is F and then starting quote and ending quote. Now within F, the at the position where I want the value of the variable and not just the name of the variable. Okay, not the
Okay.
face value, the actual value that is stored in that variable. I will write the name of that variable within these curly braces. Okay, and whatever I want as just string, so I want comma and space as just string, I will write it as it is without these curly braces, and then I will again create curly braces, and within curly braces I will write what the variable I want as, I mean the value of the variable wherever I want. Okay, now if I print this, so I am getting 2 comma 1. Okay,
मतलब ये values देता है.
yes, this curly braces gives the value. And so suppose I wanted to write something like print f. So suppose I want my output as, let's see, my output as uh, second element is 2 and first element is 1. Okay, I want my output as this. So if I write just print statement, my print statement will give me what? If I write just print statement, I will have to write second element is, so I want this value, right, and not the variable.
Yes.
If I just write the name of the variable, I won't get the value, correct? So
Okay. Okay.
in normal printing, what I have to do is end my string here, then concatenate it with something else. What I will concatenate it with? I'll concatenate it with the variable, right?
Okay.
Yeah, it is again. Yeah. Second, so see here I have written within quotes, so this is a string. Here I have not provided quotes, so this is not a string, this is just a variable. Okay, after this again I'll give a plus, and then I'll write uh, and first element is, okay,
ये
then I'll
इनफॉर्मेटिव
concatenate.
प्रिंटिंग करने का तरीका है ये,
हाँ, sorry.
मतलब ये तो इनफॉर्मेट, ये तो फॉर्मेटेड प्रिंटिंग तो है नहीं ये।
I'm showing you in conventional printing what how I would have done. In conventional printing, I created first a string and then a concatenated a variable to it, then created another string, then concatenated another variable to it. Correct?
ओके
So
ओके।
that's a really hectic task. Okay, if I forget any one of the quotes or any one plus, it will throw me error. So I will see here. So I'm getting, yeah. So I got some error. So
हाँ, ये थोड़ा एरर प्रोन भी है ये।
yeah, this is more error prone, right? Now I'll get okay some other.
In
Okay, I
second
cannot
D
concat.
is
So
missing, sir.
second D
Uh, in second
सेकंड
D is missing, meaning D.
here,
Letter D
right?
is missing in
No,
second.
no,
ऊपर
here it
ऊपर
is
No,
not.
ऊपर
above,
ऊपर।
above, above.
Yeah, this one is not running. I am running this one right now. Okay, so here right now what I am doing is I have to convert what my elements are integers, right? I have to add it to some string, so I have to convert it to some string, right? So first I have to do this thing. So you see how hectic this is, isn't it? So I have to convert this to strings. Okay, I have to convert it, the last element, to string, correct? So this is a hectic task. Now I'll get my output. So we have to go through so much error, we have to go through so much of writing, right? But now using the f strings, I'll just write f, and wherever I want my string, I will write it as string. So I will write second element is, and now what I want is not the string, I want the value, actual value. So I'll give curly braces, and within it I will write, okay, and then again I
मतलब
will
कर्ली
continue.
ब्रेसेस कंपलसरी है इसमें,
Uh-huh.
मतलब कर्ली ब्रेसेस लगाना मैंडेटरी है।
Yeah, if only if I want some variable whose value I want in my string and not the actual variable, okay, then we have to use
ओके
curly braces. Okay,
ओके।
so okay, something went wrong, incomplete. Okay, I did not completed it. Okay, so yeah,
सिर्फ
quotes
वैल्यूज
must,
का ना लगाएंगे।
yeah, quotes must be completed. Okay, even if you are writing f string, so your starting quote and ending quote must be included, and rest you can just write as you will write, just wherever you want your curly braces, I mean wherever
हाँ,
you
ये अच्छा
want,
तरीका
yeah, wherever you want the values instead of the name of the variable, you will use curly braces. Okay, and now I'll run this and we'll see what will happen is, sorry, what happened? Okay, I it's a spelling mistake. Okay, yeah, so I got my output. Okay, so you don't have to worry about where you are starting a string, then where you are concatenating, and again another part. Okay, so there are a lot of concatenation and lot chunks of strings, right? Here you don't have, you just have one chunk of string. Okay, and in
है,
these
क्लियर भी है
things,
थोड़ा अच्छा।
yeah, in these things you have to just fill the variables which whose value you want and not the variable itself. Okay, that's only this. Yeah, so
Sir,
coming
थैंक
back,
यू।
here if we want to make a dictionary, then how we can make?
sorry, in
Uh, Here in this situation, can we make dictionary by
here
formatting
in
string?
you are saying in this pyro terminal.
Yes, sir. No, with the help
No,
of formatting string, can we make dictionary?
yeah, you can have
Like,
dictionary. So you can have this. Suppose I create a dictionary. These are my elements of dictionary. Okay, and I'll use formatting strings. Okay, so print, uh, let's say I have to print uh, this is a dictionary. Okay, and then within braces. I'll write this. Okay, and when I will enter it, oops. Okay, I did not complete it.
Break it last
Yeah,
week.
yeah. So this is my output. So even I am getting dictionary also. Fine.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
Was this the thing you were asking or something else?
Yeah, this thing I was asking that because
Okay.
there was a question that I need to make dictionary.
Okay.
Sir, I
Sir,
want to
can
know
we
about
print a
that.
tuple with this F string?
Can we?
Tuple, sir, using
What?
F string.
You want to write tuples using h strings?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely you can do. So you will just create a tuple 1 comma 2, and I want to do print f. This is a tuple. Whatever you want, just write within this curly braces. Whatever variables value you want, okay, and not the actual name of the variable. Just write it within. So you got tuple. This is a tuple. Okay,
Okay, sir.
is it fine? Yeah.
Sir, that thing, sir, like s dot point to f this thing.
S dot point to f. Oh, you are saying about floating values, right?
Yes,
Rounding
sir.
of the floating values. Okay, okay, we'll come to that. First, let's go to the question that we were doing. Okay, okay. So this was the question. So yeah, we have to use f strings here. So I'll say f here first. Uh, okay, I want second, right? Uh, okay, and then I will write. Yeah, that's it. There was nothing in this question, right? Fine.
Sir,
Sir, I have doubt in OPP set question.
OPP set question. Okay. Yeah. Let's after this, let's go to that only. Okay.
तो सर इसके राउंड ब्रैकेट नहीं भी लगाएंगे तो भी कोई दिक्कत नहीं, इंडिपेंडेंटली भी यूज कर सकते हैं इसको।
Yeah, in return statement, it's fine. If we don't even put the round brackets, that's also fine. We can still run it and we'll get the same output. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I got understand in this question. Can you help in string 3?
String three. Okay. Okay, but first wait. Someone had doubt in this OPP set, right? We'll come to string three, but the guy who has doubt in OPP set.
2024 set 2, OPP 1 set 2.
20, okay, OPP set two. Which
This is the
question?
IO type question.
Sorry.
Hello.
Input output type question.
Yeah, input output type question, but in which section? I mean, was it in second section? I think.
Section 2, problem 2.
Okay, problem two. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, Muskan.
Yes, sir. I have a problem, sir.
Huh?
Sir, actually, I have submitted my week 5 GRP 4 and 5,
Okay.
but that is showing absent. Why?
Okay, this problem is happening with a lot of students, and we have informed our instructors. Maybe this problem is due to some internal glitch of the system. We this
Okay,
will
sir.
be rectified within few days. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Okay. Let's see what the question. The question says, given n pairs of integers, print the sum of and the absolute difference of each pair alternatively. Okay, starting with the sum of the first pair. Okay, so what we have to do is we will be given n pairs of integers. Okay, so here our input will be 1 comma 2. This is the first pair, this is the second pair, and this is the third pair, right? And the first input will be what? The first input will tell you how many pair of integers you will be given. All right,
Okay.
understandable.
Okay.
Okay, now what you have to do is for each of these pairs, so here what is given, print the sum and absolute difference of each pair alternatively. Okay,
दोनों
so
निकालना है।
yeah, so we have to find sum and difference also, absolute difference also of each pair alternatively. Okay, so the first pair is 1 comma 2, its sum we have to print. Okay, so its sum is 3. Now the
Three,
second pair
yeah.
is 3 comma 5, so its absolute difference we want, so we'll say 3 minus 5, its absolute difference, which is 2. And again 4 comma 3, it's sum we have to print. So first whatever was the first pair, we have to print sum of that. Whatever was the second pair, we have to print difference of that. Whatever was the
अल्टरनेटिवली
third
करना
pair,
है.
yeah, alternatively. Okay, clear? So let's write the question code for it. So we'll say,
I
we'll take some.
write the code, but in other terminal it say the input and output should match. But in our terminal it gives error.
Okay, so it might be that the input and output are not exactly matching. This might be the case. Okay, let's see what we have to do. So yeah, so we first take n as input. Okay, then what we'll do is, now for this many inputs we have to take, and what will our input? Our input will be
In
this.
tuples, right?
or I
Yeah,
in
no,
range.
actually our input will be string 1 comma 2, so we have to use split to split those into a list, isn't it? So that we can work with them. Correct? Did you understood what I said? So whenever we take input, whenever we say n equals input, okay, wait a second. Whenever we say n equals input, wait a second, what is happening? Yeah, okay, whenever I say this, whatever I give as input, it will be in
It
the
will
form of
take as
string.
in string.
Yeah, so it will be a string. So now what we have to do, to use this what I will say is, whatever I got input, I will say dot split. Correct? Will split based on comma. Okay, will split. So what it will do is, it will create a list of that element. Okay, fine. And now for each of
ट्यूपल
them,
से लिस्ट,
sorry,
ये ट्यूपल से लिस्ट बन जा रहा है.
then it tuple, no, it's not converting tuples into list, it's converting the string. So input is in the form of string. Wait a second. uh
मतलब डॉट स्प्लिट और ये
wait. So I gave some input. So right now, suppose n, the value of n is 1 comma 2. Okay, it is a string. So what I
ओके
say
ओके.
is n dot split based on comma. That means I'm saying 1 comma 2, split this thing based on comma. Okay, so now what this will give us is
कॉमा
a
क्या
list.
कॉमा लगाओ क्या है वहाँ पे?
Sorry, this.
आपने ब्रैकेट में कॉमा ही
Can I
सिर्फ लगाया
append
है?
this split function in a but in a list?
Yeah, this split method will convert our string to a list, isn't it? Like
ओके
Okay,
ओके
this.
ओके.
okay,
Yeah,
क्लियर हो गया है?
and
yeah.
can I append this list
Huh?
mean 1 comma 2 in a single list in a empty list?
Yes, absolutely. So
Okay, okay.
suppose you have some empty list L. What you will do is L dot append n dot split. Okay, this comma, these are codes. Okay, so comma, I'm saying based on since here, if this is a string, so comma within it is also a character, right? Is also a part of string. So I'm just saying that based on this character, split my string. Okay,
मतलब
clear?
वैल्यूज डॉट
Okay,
स्प्लिट
okay.
और वहाँ पे कॉमा लगा देंगे और टूट जाएगा.
Yes. So this will give us a list with first element comma second element. And if there were more elements, so based on comma, it will split and give me a list containing 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. Okay, so this was a string, and now this is a list. But remember,
यहाँ पे डॉट स्प्लिट और ये कॉमा लगाना कहाँ पे है? वैल्यूज में ही ना, कि बस डॉट स्प्लिट कॉमा लगा देंगे बस.
dot split comma, because we have to split based on this comma that I am providing. Okay,
ओके.
and it will automatically give me comma. It will automatically split all my element based on comma. Okay,
Sir, how to understand the input in string or integer format?
so every input that you get is in string format. Okay,
Okay, okay.
Now here, suppose, so here what I write, n equals int of input, because I know my first input will be a number. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just take an input and convert it to integer. I know now, I know that my rest of the inputs will be some string in this format, 1 comma 2 3 comma 4 5 comma 6. Okay, so I know it's not possible to convert them into integer, isn't it? Can you convert a string 3 comma 4 into integer? No, this is not
No, sir.
possible. You can
नहीं
convert
हो पाएगा.
only numbers. Suppose this is a number, I can convert this into integer. Correct. This will become 4, right? But I cannot convert something like this, or some any string containing some other characters except rather than this numbers only. Okay, I cannot convert them to integer.
तो
So
string
I won't
कन्वर्ट
do
नहीं कर
this.
सकते.
Yeah, so I won't do this int here, because I know after the first input all of my inputs are not integers, are some combination of characters, that is numbers separated by comma. Okay, so I know here I can't use this int, so I will just split these things to make a list. Okay, now one thing is that whatever input I gave, suppose I gave 2 comma 1 2 comma 2 1 1 comma 2 as input, and then I use the split function over it. Okay, so after using the split function, it gave me a list 1 comma 2. Now what do you think, what will be the elements of this list, whether this will be string or integers?
String.
Yes, string, because we have not yet converted into integers, right? So from integers, so if our 1 comma 2 is an string, each of the characters is also a string, correct?
Yes, sir.
So what
Yes.
this split function do is pick this each character and put it inside a list, right? So now, although they are inside a list, they are still string. And to use them as integer, we have to specifically convert them into integer, then use. Okay, clear?
तो इसीलिए वहाँ पे int function use हुआ है.
Yes.
Okay, okay.
No, this,
Excuse me,
this int
sir.
function is different. This int function is different. This is for whatever input we are taking, convert it into integer. Now, this thing, this 3 comma 4, we convert it to list. Now, further when we will write code to add this 1 comma 2, we cannot add this if it is in string format, isn't it? Wait,
Yes,
if
yes, yes. उसको
our
add नहीं
list
कर सकते.
contains 1 and then comma 2, if I try to concatenate them, I mean I will, maybe I don't know whether they are strings or integers, so I just do what, I just say this is, let's say, l of 0 plus l of 1. What will I get? I will just get 1 comma 2, 1 and 2,
Yes.
isn't it? A string 1 and 2. This is
Sir,
not
I
one
do
plus.
int L of 0 plus int L of 1.
Exactly. If you do int L of 0 and then plus int L of 1, then we won't get this, we'll get 3. Everyone understood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes, sir.
so your input is with comma separated value.
Uh-huh.
Your
Sorry.
input is comma separated values,
Yes, my input will be comma separated value.
and those are also
Not the first input, not the first input. First input will be just integer, just one number. After this, we have to take n. So that's why what I am doing here is, here the question says that your first input. See here, see
sir,
Sir,
input format.
excuse
n
me,
is the
sir.
number of
One
lines
doubt.
of the input.
One by one. Wait, let me explain this. So yeah, here the question says input format, the first line contains an integer n, the number of pairs. So you are given how many number of pairs you have to take as input. Okay, first you define that. Now you know that how many times you have to keep taking input. So when you got 3 here, so now you have to take 3 more inputs, right? So you can take 3 more inputs, convert them to list, add them to some other list, and work on them, right?
But sir, you are doing like that. But if we think more precisely, then
Mhm.
line by line it will go. So how you are defining every line along with the integer? You are converting the string to integer, na?
No, no, I did not understood. Got you. What you said? Can you repeat, please?
Means I want to tell you that you are giving input of n as 3, and
Mm-hmm.
when you are iterating through the value of n is 3, so if it contains 3 lines,
Mm-hmm.
so the line value can be a string or can be an integer.
No, line value can only, the input which you take can only be string. Then you can convert it to whatever form you want, right?
Oh, which input I should take, it always be integer according to the question.
Yes, the input which no, not according to the question.
Hmm.
In general, whenever you use this input function, it takes input in the form of a string.
I know
Then
that.
you then you have to convert it to use it, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
मतलब
So
डिफॉल्ट है कि इसी रहेगा,
mhm.
मतलब डिफॉल्ट है कि स्ट्रिंग ही रहेगा.
Yes, default value is string. Default data type of the input is string.
स्पेशल में या जनरली.
Always. It's always the case. Yeah. Sakshi, what you were asking?
सर इस क्वेश्चन कैन आई आस्क इन हिंदी?
Yeah, sure.
सर इस क्वेश्चन में हम जब इनपुट लेंगे n तो हमारे पेयर्स हो गए नंबर ऑफ
Mhm.
पेयर्स के लिए, और जो हम एक्स वाई पेयर के फॉर्म में लेंगे वो एक्स इनपुट फर्स्ट एंड वाई इनपुट सेकंड लेंगे.
No. Nahi. We will just say, okay, we'll just, so first line of code was x equals n equals int of input. Now what we'll do is for I in range n,
एक्सक्यूज मी
I'll,
सर.
yeah.
सर जिस तरह से मैंने कोड किया था, आई हैव शेयर्ड इट, कैन यू प्लीज टेल व्हाट इज रॉन्ग इन दैट?
Okay, so what you're doing is x equals int of input. So this is not the format, na? This is not the format you'll be getting input. So see how you'll be getting input. You can see in test case. Your first input will be 3, and then you will get 1 comma 2, 3 comma 5, 4 comma 3. Okay. If you say x first you say n equals int of input. Suppose I'll write your code here. Suppose as first 3 lines of your code is n equals int of input. Okay, this is first line of your code. X equals int of input. This is second line of your code, and y equals int of input. So you should first understand what is the format of the input they are providing to you. Okay, so the first line of your input is n. Okay, you took it. So they provided a string 3. Okay, so you convert it into int because it is possible. Now the x you will take will be this 1 comma 2. Okay, this will be your this wait, this string will be
Yes, yes.
your x second line of input. Okay, if you take this and try to convert it into integer, is it possible? No, it is not possible, right? So it will fail. Your code will throw error. Correct?
Sir, actually, my approach was like first take an input, then x and y, then turn it into a pair equal x
but
comma y.
but you can't take input like that, isn't it? You can't take because they are not giving you the input in that format. They gave you first a number that is integer, how many pairs you have to take. Then they are directly giving you a pair like this 1 comma 2, 3 comma 4. Okay, they are giving you a pair. This you can't convert it
मतलब
to integer.
Okay, sir.
You cannot say that I will first take this input and then I will take this input. They are providing you at the same time. Okay, so you cannot use this thing, right? Whatever code you wrote. Okay, so what we can do here is, now I will say is, now wait a second.
सर हम इस इनपुट में सर सिर्फ सिंगल स्ट्रिंग को ही इंटीजर में चेंज कर सकते हैं.
Yes, only single strings can be converted to integer, because how will you convert a comma into an integer? It is not possible, right? So now what I will do is for I in
सर लिस्ट को तो
range,
कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं ना, वो भी नहीं है
what
इंटीजर
we
में, मतलब
cannot
इसी कॉन्सेप्ट से.
we cannot convert. Yeah, we can convert a comma separated value into a list. Yes, so this is a comma separated value, right? We can convert this into a list. So yeah, what I'll do, so I know now, after the first input I know that I have to take this n number of inputs, n number of comma separated values. So what I will do is I'll run a loop which will keep taking inputs and store it somewhere. So what I will do is, let's create a list which will store these
मतलब ये लूप
inputs.
ही चेंज है.
Sorry, no, I couldn't hear you.
सर यहाँ पे मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि मतलब ये लूप ही इन लोगों को स्ट्रिंग से मतलब
Yes,
आराम से लिस्ट
exactly.
बनाएगा.
This loop will keep asking for inputs this n number of times. Okay, and our code will keep getting these inputs. Okay, and
Yes.
we have to do some processing before storing it. So what I will do is, for I in range n, I will say let's say now I will say hmm,
वन
pair.
कॉमा टू
Yeah, pair equals input. Okay, whatever input I'll get,
Dot split.
input dot I first I use strip. Why?
Split
Because
and
if
then
there is
split.
any extra spaces I can do. Okay,
Dot
then
split. वही
split
comma separated कर.
based on, yes, based on comma, based on comma I have to split. Okay, and then I'll do
ये
L
लाइन
dot
समझा तो मैं समझा था
append.
Pair.
Sorry.
तो ये पेयर वाला लाइन समझा दे थोड़ा, ये इनपुट डॉट स्ट्रिप डॉट ये क्या है, ये थोड़ा समझ
This strip is nothing. So suppose the input was something like this. Suppose our input was 1 comma 2, and then there is some spaces. Okay, and then after that there is comma. So if I split into my uh, list, what I will get is 1, and the other second value will be something like this. Okay, wait. So when I split this, I will get something like this. I should write here. Okay, my first input will be 1 and second input will be 2 with lots of spaces. Why? Because there is no comma after 2, so it won't split space. Okay, so it will take 2 and all the spaces after it as one element. Okay, now if I try to convert this into integer, it will work, but this might throw error, because here what I am saying is convert 2 with lots of spaces into integer. So how will you convert a space into integer? Isn't it?
Yes.
So this might throw error. So what we do is we use this strip. So strip will do what? So we have a string. Okay, when I apply strip on it, dot strip, so what will happen? Suppose, wait, suppose I have a string like this. I have a string and there are a lot of spaces after 2. So what strip will do, when I say dot strip, without anything within parenthesis, it will remove all the spaces from the beginning and end. Okay, so all the spaces are removed. Fine. When these spaces are removed, so now my string becomes only this thing. Okay, this is comma. My string becomes 1 comma 2 without any spaces, and now when I do split, it will just split it
अभी
in.
भी स्ट्रिंग ही है,
Sorry.
मतलब अभी भी स्ट्रिंग ही है.
Yes, abhi bhi string hai. Okay.
ओके ओके.
This will happen. Okay, that's why we use this. So I did strip dot split. Then what I did is append that pair into our bigger list L. Okay. So okay, after this, what I will do is, now I have to run a loop. Okay, now it's better if I
मतलब सर इस लाइन में ये काम किया कि वहाँ पे मतलब स्ट्रिप से उसे स्पेसेस खत्म किया और फिर उसको तोड़ा
हाँ,
स्प्लिट से.
exactly.
बस वही दो काम हुआ है.
Yeah, exactly. Now this is our code. Okay, fine. Now what I will do is, our this task is done. So suppose I run it here. So okay, it won't take any input, right? So let's say for now, let's just take some input. Okay, 3. So
If
it will,
the index is even, then we will add.
sorry.
We will find out the sum of the pairs. If the index is even index, mean first index.
Yes, exactly. We
And
have
for
to,
odd index,
yes,
we will find out the absolute difference.
exactly. Got it. So let's say
लेकिन सर यहाँ पे जो सबसे बड़ा चीज है वो इनपुट लेना. ये
yes,
क्वेश्चन सबसे जो दिक्कत देता है वो इनपुट.
exactly.
Only
So
the
here,
inputs.
yeah, so here let's say I give input as 3. Okay, so here see what happens. Now it starts the loop. Okay, and it asks for the first input. Suppose I gave the first input as 1 comma 2. Okay, no, wait. Okay, wait.
So enter press.
Yeah, 3. Okay, then 1 comma 2 I gave my input. So see here how it all, so it just input went here, it split it and stripped it and splitted it into a list. See here, list of elements 1 and 2. See, and each element is a string, correct? And our L was the bigger list, correct? So see, L's 0th element is this list, this smaller list. Fine. Now I'll give second element 3 comma 4. Okay, so you see our L first element is this, second element is this list, correct?
Sir, L is a list of lists.
Yes, exactly.
So you have
And
to
third, sorry.
यहाँ पे थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है फिर से, मतलब यही इसलिए
What's the confusion?
इससे यही कि फर्स्ट एलिमेंट मतलब एक
See,
एक एलिमेंट इसका पूरा पेयर होगा।
see, see. हाँ, एक one pair, whatever we take. So first pair I took as one and two. See here, I put
यस
one comma two. So what it did it stripped it, it splitted it, and then it appended it to L. So you see this arrow, this is L, right? This is L, this
यस
particular
यस यस
L points to an list, and its zeroth element is the first pair, correct?
यस
Then
यस
the second element that we gave, it went inside the list. You see,
सेकंड
second
पेयर
element I gave, it made the pair. Okay, so stripped it and make it a smaller list. Now you'll see as I go to next. So see, now this pair is still this list, but you see this list is inside something else. What is that? L list, correct? L list first element is pointing to this
फर्स्ट
list. Okay, now
यस
I'll go next again. Okay, I have not entered anything. Hmm. So I will enter 5 comma 6. Okay, so 5 comma 6, it converted to pair and it appended it, okay, to the second element.
Overall, L is a matrix.
Yeah, overall L is, yes, kind of matrix, correct, or you can say list of list. Fine. Yeah, now our loop will
यस
end. Loop ended, all the inputs it took. Now what we have to do is take each of this set and decide whether this is at this is the first list, this is the second list, this is the third list. Okay, and what we got in our question, that we'll start from the first list inside this bigger list, right? The first pair we have to find the sum, the second pair we have to find absolute difference, the third pair we have to find sum, right? Like this we have to go on.
यस
Correct or
लिस्ट
not?
ऑफ
Yes. So now I will again start a loop. Now this loop will run on what? This loop will run on this list, correct? This bigger list L. So I'll say for I
यस
in, let's say J, for J in range
or
length.
index comma j in enumerate L.
Yeah, we can also use that, but let's many people might not know what's enumerate right now. Okay, so let's not go there. Okay, if I start explaining what is
Okay.
enumerate right now, so it will be really hectic for other people. Okay, so let's just see what we are doing here is for J in range length of L, correct? We'll run a loop over this list, correct? Over this bigger L list, and what we are doing is we are taking index of that list one by one. If Now, wait a second. Yeah. If this J, this index, and each index stores what? In our L list, each index stores a pair, isn't it?
List.
Yeah,
Pair.
a pair. So what I will do is if J mod 2 equals 0, right? If J mod 2 equals 0 means J is even index, then what we'll do? We'll do summation, correct?
J of
Let's
zero
say
zero plus J of 0 1.
exactly. So L of J. So first we access the first element of 0 and we'll convert it to integer. We'll convert into integer int plus int of L of J of 1. Fine. Does everyone understands what is happening here?
Yes, sir.
जोड़ा गया है यहाँ पे
हेलो सर, सर ये
एक पेयर के जो एलिमेंट है उन दोनों को आपस में जोड़ दिया गया।
Yeah. Guys, just a second. Just wait a second.
सर इसमें जरूरी नहीं है ना कि हम जे को इवन ही ले, ओड वाला भी ले सकते हैं ना?
Is it my network problem?
No, bro.
No, sir has given
एक
him
गए एक
the
गए
wrong answer.
रुकिए, भी वो आ रहा साथ कहीं गए हुए हैं।
Yeah, sorry guys for the delay.
Sir,
Yeah.
one thing,
Yes.
do we
Yes.
need to use the int?
Yes.
If we don't use the int,
Then we should, then if we don't use the int, then we have to use the map function, isn't it?
yes, map.
Yeah, we can use map, but all of you know what is map? Does all of you know what is map function?
No, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
it's
sir, no, but not know how to use in
okay.
code.
Okay, it's fine. It's okay. It's okay. Just now focus on what we are doing here. So
सर
what we did?
हेलो
Yes.
सर सर
Yeah.
इसमें हमने जो जे को इवन का करा, जरूरी नहीं ना कि इवन ही लेना है,
Even
ओड से कर सकते हैं ना।
no. So the elements, the list at odd indexes, we have to find the absolute difference for those elements. Okay, element of those lists which are at odd indexes. The elements which are at even indexes, we have to find some of those. Okay,
But sir,
that's
ओके सर,
yeah,
ओके।
you are doing the question is very good. But in
yeah,
exam,
yeah,
that kind of questions at that moment in shorter
yeah.
period of time,
Uh-huh.
how we can find out how we have to approach that kind of question?
See,
Because
see, the thing is here, uh, coming here in the question. When you read the question, first thing, go step by step. Okay, so the first thing is asked this: how you have to take input. So the input format is given. Okay, so your first part of code is completed here only, where you have to take inputs. If you have taken inputs, now you have to just figure out how you have to manipulate your data. Okay, so the first thing is read this very clearly. Okay, so here what it is given, the first line of contains integer n, that is number of pairs. Okay, so that's why I wrote some integer n that will take input and convert it into integer. Okay, now what I want is n line of input which will contain comma separated integers. Okay, now what I want is I will get comma separated integers. What I can do is I'll directly take those integers and decide whether it is it is first element, first input, or second input, or third input, and perform whatever is asked to me right now. Or what I can do is store it somewhere so that I can use it. Okay, and then perform whatever is asked to me, the finding sum and absolute difference. So this is the second part. Either you can perform whatever task you have been given. Let's not look at what task we have to do. Let's just look at this part. Either whatever input we are taking, we have to work on that input, right? We have to manipulate it in some way to give some output, correct? This is our task. Now either there now from here there are two steps. Either what we can do is we took the input and we performed the task then and there and printed out whatever we wanted, fine. Or else what we can do is, for our clarity, we'll store it somewhere. Okay, and then we will use those elements one by one and then perform task on each of those elements, fine. That's the second part of the code. Now what our question says, now the third part, which is the actual implementation. Okay, so what you will see is the question ask is n pairs of integer is given to you, means this pair, fine. The question says print the sum and absolute difference of each pair alternatively. Okay, and your test clearly says that you have to first, for the first pair you have to do sum, for the second pair you have to do difference, for the third pair you have to do sum again. Okay, so
Sir,
that
could we,
means
sir, just a small question. Could we have done this like for I in range n?
yes.
Had we have written like char one, say char one, we take two characters, say a
Uh-huh.
comma b, and
Uh-huh.
we could write this equal to line dot split,
Uh-huh.
and we line dot split with
Uh-huh.
I mean this bracket with double quotes
Uh-huh.
with a comma, and we say num1 equal to int of char 1,
Yes.
and num2 equals to int of char 2.
Yes.
So if now we implement the logic that since we are printing the alternative pairs and taking
Mm-hmm.
this into sums, so
Mm-hmm.
which means that I plus 1% 2 is not equal to 0,
Yes.
we print num1 plus num2, else we print the
Yeah.
absolute value of this,
Yes.
right?
Yes. We can definitely do it. Right? We can do that also. That's another approach which you can do. Okay, I'm just telling you how you can, you know, split your question into some steps and perform those steps. Okay, right now what we saw is the first pair we have to sum, the second pair we have to difference, the third pair we have to sum. Okay, now till second step, suppose I am following this process. So now till second step, where I got is I stored all of those elements. Okay, so they are obviously stored in some sequence, isn't it? Everyone getting it? We have already stored those in some
सर
sequence.
ये कहाँ पे स्टोर है, एल में?
Yes, in L. We appended it in L, right? We appended each pair in L. Correct? In the form
सर
of
ये
the
लूप में वैल्यूज
list.
कहाँ से आती हैं? लूप में वैल्यूज कहाँ से आती हैं?
लूप में वैल्यूज कहाँ से आती है मींस?
मतलब ऊपर तो एल एम्प्टी है,
Yeah.
क्योंकि
I'm
वैल्यूज
doing this
आई
L
कहाँ
dot
से?
append na. L dot append. L dot append means whatever pair I take as input, I append it inside L.
ओके,
Correct? I
मतलब
take
ये
the
लूप
input.
परफॉर्म हो जाएगा तब अपेंड होगा?
Yes, yes.
ओके,
Okay. And no, in while the loop is going on, so for each loop this append task is done. For each loop, for each iteration, I should say, for each iteration this append task is being done. Okay, we take input and
यस.
append into n L. Okay, now the about the approach thing. So in this question,
But
when
Devan,
this, yeah,
sorry for the
yeah,
interruption. The input, the first line, the first integer is 3, and second one is 1, comma 2, 3, comma 5, and 4, comma 3.
yes,
But the output, it says 3 is the one is the output,
yeah,
and the explanation they are giving is first pair 1, comma 2. So the sum is 1 plus 2.
yes.
But what happened to the first input of 3?
That input we are using for taking rest of the inputs, right? That input is not to be used in the output, right? It is
Oh,
said in
that's
the
going to be
question.
the total number of
Yes.
inputs. I mean,
See, the question says given n pairs of integers. So we have to work with n pairs of integers and not the single integer. Okay. The
okay.
first
So
line of
that's
input, yes, the first
that.
line of input just tells us that these many pairs of in pair of integers we have to take. That's it. Okay.
Okay, but
मतलब
I
सर
mean, in this case, that we, as you said, that we are giving that the pair. So the code is as usual. It's going to be universal. So the test case can be anything. If they give 5, also it should work out. Am
Yes,
I right?
absolutely, absolutely. This number just tell me how many pairs I have to take, right? If I
मतलब कितने
won't,
लाइन का इनपुट देना है, बस वहाँ पे ये बता रहा है बस.
yes. If I don't know how many pairs I have to take, how will I know that in on which pairs I have to work and till how long I will work on the pairs, right?
यस यस, हाँ ये तो पता ही नहीं चाहिए कि ऑड क्या है,
Yeah,
ऑड है कि
so
इवन.
first we should know how many pairs we'll be getting, then based on that we will work on that pairs, right? So on the first pair we have to do some, correct? It is saying first pair, so question also asks we have to do everything on pairs of numbers. Okay, and since this
यस
single number
यस,
is not a pair, so that
नॉट
will
अ
just be
पेयर.
used for taking the pairs. Okay, that is just an indication that this n number of pairs we have to take as
वो
input.
तो बेचारा
Okay,
बता रहा है बस कितना लंबा इनपुट आएगा.
yes, exactly.
और
So
सर ये
we
मैं पूछना चाह रहा हूँ कि
So
सर ये
now,
लूप में बस
but
तोड़ने
if
का काम कर रहा है.
one by one, guys, please.
ओके.
sorry, but if we define that number instead of taking as an input, if
Uh-huh.
I'm going to say n is equal to 3 directly, then my
Uh-huh.
test case will fail.
Yes, my test case
Am I
will
right?
definitely fail because in test case, the first test case says n is 3, the second test case says n is 4. If you just define it as 3, your output will contain only these three integers and not the fourth value for not the fourth pair won't be there. So of course there will be an error, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So now coming back to our question. So now we have been given that so it is given that we have to do alternate. Okay. So for first pair will have some, second pair will have difference. First, a third pair will have some, fourth pair will have difference. Fine. But how we will know whether first pair will have sum or difference? So although we have to do alternate, so there might be some option where the first pair will have difference, second pair will have sum, right? So
Yes.
first thing is it is clearly stated in the question, right? Starting with the sum of the first pair. So that means the first pair will be sum, second pair will be difference. Okay, and you can also look at the this example. The first pair is being sum, the second pair is being difference, right? Correct.
Yes.
Now, when this thing is clear, Now I have stored everything inside a list. I know that my first pair is at index 0, correct?
Hmm.
Second pair is at index 1. That
Yes.
means the first pair is at even index, second pair is at odd index, third pair is again at even index, fourth pair is again at odd index. Got it?
Hmm.
So now what I did is I mapped it. How I mapped it? I said that, so wait a second. So yeah, it was given to me that first pair should do sum, second pair should do difference alternatively. Okay, so alternatively we will go third pair, fourth pair. Now what I know is my first pair is in index what? Index 0, correct? My first pair is in index 0. My second pair is in index 1. So my sum should be for even index, isn't it?
Yes.
My difference
Zero
should
and
be for odd
odd.
index. Clear? So that's
Yes.
why we will write this thing. So
Sum will
that
be
that's
on even index and
yes.
difference will be on
मतलब
odd
एक तरीके
index.
से पैटर्न खोजा
Yes,
गया है यहाँ पे कि
yes.
अगर ये
We just
पैटर्न बनाए
yes, exactly. We just found out a pattern that our first element is at first in zeroth index. That means zeroth index will have sum. So first index will have difference. Then second index will again have sum. That means we are seeing that at even indices we are doing sum. At odd indices we are doing difference. Correct?
yes.
And if you still have confusion that first element was to be have sum, second element was to be have difference, but why we are doing that even element should have sum and odd element should have difference, here we are seeing that odd element is being summed and even element is being differenced. Okay, what you can just do is add to the index. Okay, so what you will do is in this place what you will write it as uh, if j plus 1, so you will do plus 1 here. Okay, so you made the first zeroth index as first element, correct?
Hmm.
Okay, or else it's very clear how we are mapping it, correct? Zeroth index sum, first index difference, means even index sum, odd index difference, correct?
सर यहाँ पे जे किसको प्रदर्शित कर रहा है मतलब
J represents each of the list. Okay, each of
मतलब
the
पेयर
elements.
या इंडिविजुअल वैल्यू
Mhm.
पेयर्स को
Each
मतलब रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है
each pair, yes. J represents
ना
each pair. Wait a second.
मतलब आई किसको रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है ये बड़ी लिस्ट
J
को
means the index of the length, right?
Yes. So this is our L list, okay? And each element of this list is what? Elements, correct?
पेयर्स
Right?
यस
This is list. Sorry. So what J represents is index of this. Okay, this is J equals
दिस
0.
पोजीशन
This is J equals 1. This is J equals 2. Correct? This
यस
whole
यस
thing is J. This whole thing's index is J. This whole thing's index is J.
So
Okay,
what's
now,
the mean of L of J of 0?
okay, yeah. So if this is, if the index of this is
Oh, I
0,
get
if
it.
I say
Because
L of
because
J at this point, yes, exactly, J
L
is
is a
0.
pending pair.
Exactly. So L of J will give me what? L of J will give me another list with elements.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if I want to access the first element of this list, so L of J is basically a list, isn't it? So to access the first element of this list, I have to again do this.
यस
This
यस
will give me, correct? Clear for everyone?
ये
Did
पेयर
you?
के एक एलिमेंट को एक्सेस करने की मतलब
Yes,
ये
yes. We have to access one element from that pair, correct? So first element will be at zeroth index, second element will be at first index. Since there are only two elements in each pair, correct?
यस यस
Yeah.
So
So
pair
did
is
you?
basically
Yeah.
a new list and again.
Exactly, exactly. Each pair is basically a list itself. Fine. Okay, Dibbi, you were asking about how to approach the question. Did you understood how we approach the question? And can you generalize this thing? How we have to approach other questions for? Do you see how we can approach other questions also? And no worries, we'll look at other questions also. Okay, so always split your question in parts, always, right? Okay, so we saw that the element at 0th index we have to find sum, and for else we'll do uh, int of, so we have to do same thing, just that we are doing same thing, just we have to find difference. And what is asked is absolute difference. Okay, so there might,
ABS के अंदर ब्लैक
yes, exactly, so we have to put
So we
everything.
have to put two inputs in this code.
Two inputs, what two inputs?
In the n and
N plus
second
one
input.
inputs.
Sorry, can you repeat? We have to
in place of else we will use elif
Put
ना,
the
क्योंकि
input
हमें अगले
in
में भी तो
two
प्लस डालना
times.
है.
so don't need it, right? If we have mentioned the even indexes will have some, there is the only thing left is odd index, isn't it? And we, or else we can do it, no worries. We can say elif j mod 2 equal 1, we can say this. Or else just writing else will also work, isn't it? Because there are only two conditions: either there will be even index, either there will be odd index. I mentioned that even
Yes.
index should have some, then automatically odd index will have, then whatever left is what, just the odd index, so that will have
Odd
difference.
index.
Yes, so instead of writing elif I can just say else, fine, it will work. And we also have to continue printing. Okay, so I will just say print this thing, fine, and then print this thing, fine.
सर मल्टीपल लाइन इनपुट में प्रॉब्लम होता है.
So what we have to input
Sorry,
सर हम इसमें प्रिंट की जगह
in
इनपुट भी ले
pair.
सकते हैं ना, रिटर्न रिटर्न प्रिंट की जगह रिटर्न भी ले सकते हैं
no,
ना.
we cannot write return if, since it is not a function, right? We are not writing a function.
So we have to input the pair.
Yeah, so we have
Right.
to input the pair here, correct? Okay, so one thing is, the question here says the first line of input contains an integer n, so we know that this is only one input. Okay, this is clear. Now it says the next n line of inputs. Okay, by next n line of input, what we can do is we can write it as suppose a equals input, b equals input, we can write it as c equals input. Okay, so since it has asked next n line of inputs, so we will continue writing next n line of inputs. But how we will know that if the value of n is changing, we how we are sure that n will be 3 only? Suppose I write three inputs and n is 4, so the question will give me four pairs, right? Four pairs, but there is only three inputs, correct? So for that, what we do is,
लूप अच्छा तरीका है
yeah, sorry,
सर, लूप अच्छा तरीका है, ऐसे बस लिखना
yes,
भी पड़ जाएगा.
exactly. So we'll just run a loop which will keep taking inputs. How many times? So we mentioned how many times? N times, isn't it?
कोड
So
हमारा
this,
छोटा है, प्रिसाइज रहेगा.
yes, exactly. So the question says next n line of input each contain two comma separated integers. Fine. This is being said to
But
us means,
it will be in string.
yes, it will be in string. We will convert it into integers.
मतलब पहला लूप स्ट्रिंग को तोड़ेगा और दूसरा लूप उसको इंटीजर में बना के जोड़ देगा.
Yes, exactly. That's what we are doing,
Okay.
right? So we know that we have to take n line of inputs. So how we'll take n line of inputs? By using a for loop, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our code. Let's do a test run. Okay, something went wrong. L is not defined. Oh,
Between
yeah.
yeah.
Did everyone got it? How we solve?
Yes,
And
sir.
most important
Yes.
is not
But in
the
the
most.
L,
Yeah.
we will be putting the in string format.
Yes. So inside L, we'll be putting list of strings. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So L will contain lists, and each list will be what? Containing strings, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Yeah.
first pair,
Yes.
first pair I got as 1 comma 2, not this. First pair I got as 1 comma 2 string. I convert it into an list of integers 1 comma 2, and then I stored it inside L. Correct? Then I
Yeah,
stored it
correct.
inside L like this. So it will look like.
स्ट्रिंग से
Then
लिस्ट
second.
बनाता है, लिस्ट को एल में अपेंड करता है,
Yes,
तोड़ के
exactly.
फिर वहां
This is
इंटीजर
the
बना के जोड़.
process. Yes, this is the process we are going through. We have a string input, we convert it into list of strings, then we appended it to L. So from now we'll access each elements from L and keep converting it into integer and adding
Okay,
it or
okay,
subtracting
okay.
it.
Get it, get it.
Okay.
ये सर ये बिग
So
पिक्चर ऐसे क्लियर होना चाहिए सर.
exactly. So for now, for everyone, is first thing is the question clear, and the second thing how we should approach other question, is that thing clear?
यस सर, यस
Yes,
सर.
sir.
Okay, for
Yes, sir.
everyone, fine.
सर काम
So
हो रहा है धीरे-धीरे.
yeah, okay. So some other guy, so the guy who has doubt in this question, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good, good.
सर कैन यू
So
एक्सप्लेन
who
सर
is
जुलाई ओपीपी वन सेट सेट वन का सर यही सेम टू सेम क्वेश्चन सेकंड टू प्रोबेबल टू.
Excuse me.
Yeah, Rahul.
When the J will be in even indices, we have to sum that pair.
Sorry.
सर इस क्वेश्चन में जब हम स्ट्रिप और स्प्लिट कर रहे हैं वो
Uh-huh.
क्यों कर रहे हैं अलग अलग?
Okay, so this thing, right? This part you
Yes.
are asking. So
Yes,
what
yes.
what happens is we are getting this string, right? If I have this as a string, can I use it to sum these elements? Can I say that I will sum these elements directly?
नो सर.
No, 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 sir.
Yeah. One thing what we can do is we have this as a string. What we'll do is we'll say this, we stored it inside a string. So we'll say s of 0, int of s of 0 plus int of
Sir, can you please paste the code in the chat box?
this code. Okay, I'll paste it.
This code.
Int of s of then I have to take care of this comma. So this is the first element. So this is second element. So int of 2. I can do this also.
The comma will be removed by split. Then why we using strip method?
Strip is just to make sure that if our input is something like this, so there are a lot of empty spaces. Okay, so
Okay, so
if
it will
when I
be on
split it, I
safety
will get a
purpose, right?
list. Yes, for safety purposes. So when I split it, I'll get list of this. I can convert this, but this might throw us some error, isn't it? Because converting 2 to integer is fine, but converting 2 with lots of spaces to integer is not fine, right? Correct?
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Okay. Rahul, did you understood why we are doing this? You can directly do it. You can what you can do is you took a pair, you took an input, and what you did is here you did int of
सर
pair.
बिना तोड़ नहीं सकते, इसीलिए तोड़ना फोड़ना
Yes.
पड़ रहा है और
Yeah. So
इंटीजर बनाना.
yes, exactly. So that can also be a thing that we can do this int of pair of 2. Okay, this also we can do, right? You
Yes.
we are just splitting and splitting so that we have a proper structure. Okay, we have a proper structure, and now we know where to pick up the values. You can find a structure in this also. Okay, you can find a structure. So we have this, just consider as a string. So I should just write the code for this. What you can do is here only let's comment this part out. Here only what you can do is you will just say will not split. Okay, we'll just strip, just remove any extra spaces. Okay, we'll say pair of 0 plus pair of 2, isn't it? 0th index, second index, correct? We can do this also, but first we have to convert this to integer. We have to convert this into integer. We can also do this and apply our logic here only. If I is 0, we'll do this. If I mean if I is even, we'll do this. If I is odd, we can do this. You can also do
Why pair of two?
सर पेयर ऑफ टू
Pair
या
of two.
पेयर ऑफ वन?
Pair of two, because we did not convert it into a list here. See here, I am not doing split. Here, I am not doing a split. See, I just stripped. So our pair is still 1 comma 2 string. Okay. So I can
ये
access
तो नेम
characters
है या
from.
वैल्यू ही है?
Huh? Sorry.
सर ये नेम है या वैल्यू ही है?
What? I did not got you.
सर ये पेयर टू नेम है या वैल्यू ही है?
Pair is just a name of the variable which stores this kind of elements. Okay.
Yes, yes, बिल्कुल.
Yeah, so what we did is we just stripped it out, so there is no extra space. And then what we did is, so suppose I have a name APSTD. Okay, can I take out characters from it? Yeah, I can take out. I know that our strings first character is s of 0, right? We can take it out. We can take it. So here, so if this is clear, so if our string is this, so we know now at 0th index we have 1, at first index we have comma, at second index we have 2, right? So I will
अच्छा
say
मतलब कॉमा का ओके.
yes, pair of 0, int of pair of 0 will do, so we'll get 1, int of pair of 2 will get 2, correct?
मतलब कॉमा और स्पेसेस भी पोजीशन लेते हैं.
Yes, if we are considering as a string, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, that's one method also, you can do that. But I just told you how we can incorporate a structured list inside it, so that also you can do.
Yes.
Fine.
So pattern printing questions will be there in OPPE.
Yes, so today's class agenda was to solve pattern printing questions. Okay, mostly because a lot of pattern printing questions come, and that's if they are actually very easy kind of questions. Okay, they are very easy kind of questions, but people lose marks generally in pattern printing questions. So should we first
चलिए सर
move
करते
to,
हैं.
should we
Can you
Yeah,
please
yeah,
explain
sure, sure,
July
sure.
OPP1 set 2 problem 2?
okay, wait.
Set
July OPP1.
So first do pattern problem, then take these problems.
Yeah, it's better that because these questions can be
Yeah,
solved in
sure.
other instructor sessions also, but it's better if you understand
Sir,
the pattern.
please copy paste this code in comment box.
Yes, I'll do it.
So can we discuss this printing the W shape, because that's why I was having problems in printing the W shape.
Okay, yeah, printing the W shape. Okay, fine, we can.
So start with the easy one.
Sir,
Okay, yeah, let's start with
X shape is more difficult.
N and Z will be easy, I guess.
OPP
uh,
2024 September OPP1 set to question.
September OPP1 set 2 question, the X shape you are saying.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see how we have to do for X shape. Okay, yeah,
So
X
it
shape.
uses mainly the range function, right?
Exactly. So we have to run a loop basically. So how we approach this question? Let's first see how we approach these questions. Okay. So here it is given to us, given an integer n, where n is greater than 0, print an x shape. So how will you see, how will you get from where, some example for x shape? See here. Okay. This is one x shape. This is another x shape. Okay. Okay, fine. X shaped pattern.
Sir, here we can take care of those of the spaces between the slashes, right? So
Yeah,
they
we
will go in
yeah,
some pattern.
yes, we have to find out some pattern for how spaces are going on. Okay, so I'll tell you how we approach it. So first let's read the questions. Okay, first let's read the question clearly. Given an integer n where n will be greater than 0, print an x shaped pattern with n rows. Okay, so it has been given us that we'll have some integer n, and our pattern should also contain n rows. Okay, so here we say that our input was 1. So we had x. So actually it is saying that pattern with n rows above and below a central character x. So we should have n rows above our small x and n rows below. So you see, we have input as 1. So we have one row above x, one row below x, right? So we have input as 2. So we have two rows above x, two rows below x, correct? All right, fine. then
Yes.
the pattern should use backslashes and forward slashes from the x to form the x shape. So since we have to form the x shape, so we are using backslashes and forward slashes, okay, with increasing spaces between them as they approach the center. Okay, so the space between them, firstly the space is decreasing, so I think okay, so firstly the space is decreasing, okay, as we approach center from the top, and then from center as we move bottom the space increases, okay. You can see this in pattern, isn't it? So
So
here
first
there
we
was
have
no
to
space.
increase I, then we have to decrease I
Yes, you can do
value.
that. That, see, that comes, so first part of, while doing any pattern printing question, first thing is understand the pattern what you have to print, okay. Then based on that you have to think how many loops should I use. Okay, so should I use one loop to print all the pattern of top and another loop to print all the pattern for bottom? Shall I use this?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks very, intuitive to use that kind of, that first loop will print our first I mean the top part, and the second loop will print our bottom part. Fine. All right.
And middle will be print X.
Yes, and yeah, this thing you should take care. There should be no space to the right of the pattern. So there is no space to the right of the pattern. See, after this, even if I move my arrow forward, there is no extra space, okay. After the rightmost character, there is no extra space, correct.
We will use strip function.
You don't need to use, so big, how we'll do the question, let's see, you won't even need to use the strip function, okay. So your input is a single integer n. It is given that your input is single integer n. Let's write it. Fine. Okay, representing the number of rows above and below the center of x. Okay, so what I want is print some forward slashes and back slashes with combined with spaces, which should be printed above. So let's write a loop for above part. Okay, that's kind of intuitive, right? So let's say for
For
I
I
in
in range,
range. Okay, so
then
we know how many rows we want. How many rows we want? N rows, correct? So I will say n, because we have to print n rows. So each iteration for each row. Fine. Okay, now what we see is in our for loop, value of I is something which is increasing, correct? Value of I something which is increasing.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
yeah.
Now let's try to
So we have
relate
to
that to number of
initialize the value of
spaces.
I first, I guess.
Uh, Sorry, what?
First we have to initialize the value of I guess.
No, we don't need to initialize. It is already being initialized, right? It is already being taken one by one. So okay, so
Okay.
for our for loop will start with I equals 0, correct?
Yeah,
Let's
that's
see
right.
how many spaces we want. Okay, so between, for the first row, so see, we have to find a relation. Okay, so here in the middle, how many spaces are there? One, two, three spaces.
Three.
Three spaces.
In the second row we have one space. Okay, let's go to some other test case. Yeah, so this is a bigger input. So let's see, here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and 9 spaces. According to the pattern we saw, the second row should have 7 spaces. Let's see, does
Yeah,
it
odd
have 7 spaces? One, two,
in the odd
three,
number.
4 5 6 and 7. Yes, so that means the third row should have 5 spaces.
Five
One,
spaces.
two, three,
2n
four,
minus 1.
5. Yeah, correct. Yes, exactly. 2 and minus 1. Okay, but if we just do 2 and minus 1, what will happen?
It should be 2n minus 1 minus 2i. Right?
Minus, not 2i,
2i.
minus I. Minus I. So see, what will happen is when our I, when for the first row, what is the value of I?
0.
0. What is the value of n?
5.
5.
Okay, so let's try to make some logic here. So our n is 5 as always. For firstly I is 0. Let's see, I said n minus I. If I do this, okay, this will be the number of spaces. Let's say what will happen. 5 minus
10.
0 it will give us 10. No, this won't work. I need one less I, isn't it? First row should have 9. In this case, okay. First we will do what? We will do it for one case, and then we'll generalize it for others. Okay. So, okay, this is not working. Let's do something else. So n equals 5, I equals 0. What if I do n minus I? Okay, so what I saw is we did n minus I, so we got n into 5 equals 10. If I can do
सर एन और
n
आई किसको
minus
रिप्रेजेंट कर रहे हैं?
n is the number of rows which we want, correct?
Yes.
Number of rows,
Okay, okay.
first row, second row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, and I is the just for I in range, so I is just taking the value starting from 0 going till 4, correct? If our
Yes.
range is, if our range is 5. Okay, I did n minus I into 2. Okay, so somehow if I do 2 into n minus I minus
Sir, 2
let's
n
say,
minus I minus 1, sir.
Outside.
yes, outside.
Minus n.
Outside, if I do minus 1, so what will happen? It will be 5 minus I into 2, which will be 10 minus 1, which will be 9. Okay, so for first row it works. Let's see for second row. For second row, what will happen? Our I will become 1. Our logic will say
Yes.
2 into 5 minus 1 minus 1. So into 2 into 5 minus 1 is 8, right? 2 into 4 minus 1 is 7. Yes, it worked for second row also. Perfect. Let's check one more time. Let's see when I is 2. Okay, so I will say 2 into n minus 2 minus 1. N minus 2 is, this will be 3. So 2 into 3 minus 1. 6 minus 1 is 5. Yes, it worked. It did work. Perfect.
आई का वैल्यू बढ़ता जाता है तो यहाँ पे
Yes.
स्पेसेस और कम होते जाएंगे.
Yes. So what we needed is, as our I increases, our space decreases. Correct. We needed that, and we achieved that. Perfect. Right. Okay. So let's clear this all. Let's check this for other case. Let's say n is 2. Okay, n is 2. So so our pattern should look like this. X, then okay, here there are 3 spaces, 1, 2, and 3. Here there is only one space. Fine. Let's see. Our logic was 2 into n minus I minus 1. Our n is 2 right now. For I equals 0, this will be 0. 2 into 0 minus 1, that is 3, isn't it? 2 into 4 minus, I mean, this will be 4 minus 1, 3. Fine. So yes, we
Excuse me,
needed.
sir.
Yeah, 1 minute. Yeah, one. Do you have doubt in this, Sakshi?
Yes, sir. In this,
Yeah, what's the doubt?
sir, one general doubt, like you are
Uh-huh.
finding the pattern. If we are given another variable like a, v, or anything else, we have to
Mm-hmm.
just find. We try to find a pattern in the spaces.
Yes, yes, exactly. We try to find how we can relate the increasing or decreasing number of spaces. Firstly, okay, in the middle of our pattern and in the beginning of our pattern. Okay, we have to find some relation for that. Okay, first what we did,
Here we have 5 odd spaces.
Sir, what will we do for the downward, sir?
yeah, we will come to that. First, let's see if I can print the top portion or not. Okay, okay, so yeah,
सर जब स्पेसेस का रिलेशनशिप बैठा पाएंगे तभी तो फॉरवर्ड और बैकवर्ड इस मतलब
exactly,
जो इस जगह
exactly,
बैठा पाएंगे.
exactly. We have to set up a relation between n, I. Okay, how we can relate this n and I is, since I is increasing, can we do something that our number of spaces is either decreasing or increasing, isn't it? That relation we want. Here what is happening, number of spaces between backslash and forward slash is decreasing, then number of spaces will increase. So we'll find the logic for that, but first look at the top portion. Correct. Okay, so we were looking for n equals
और
to,
जो सारे स्पेसेस रहेंगे वो मतलब सर हमको ये भी कंफर्म करना है कि जो स्लैश है वो एकदम लास्ट वाले स्पेस में हो.
yes, exactly. Okay, so here we wanted 3 space, here we wanted 1 space. Fine. So let's see whether for 2 n equals 2, whether this works or not. So we did n minus I minus 1. So 2 into our n is what here 2. For I 0, it will be 0 minus 1. This gives us 3. Correct, 3 spaces. Then I will be 1. Then what will happen? 2 n minus I minus 1 will become 2 minus 1 into 2 minus 1. So this will be 1. 2 into 1 will give me 2, and when I do minus 1, it will give me 1. So yes, one space. So we found out the logic. Okay.
सर
So
अच्छा सर, ये जो फॉर्मूला है ये हर स्टेप के लिए है या सिर्फ इसी इसी के लिए बस?
what?
मतलब ये
कंफ्यूजन
जो
सर,
फॉर्मूला है
One by
इसको
one,
हम
one
लोग
by one, guys.
सर ये जो फॉर्मूला है इसको हम इसी स्टेप में अप्लाई कर सकते हैं या जनरली कहीं भी?
So this formula you have to find out based on the space. Okay, so we'll see other space also, other kind of pattern also, and we'll see that there we might have to use some other formula. Okay.
ओके ओके, मतलब हमें ये बनाना पड़ेगा
Yes,
पैटर्न।
exactly. Yes, so based on the pattern we have to do. Okay, so what I figured out is
So
first,
actually, so what is
yes,
I here? I zero means I how much in X?
I is just
पहले
the
स्टेप
yeah.
पहला।
So each loop is going on, right? Yeah, in for the loop, each
I
iteration
have
is going
another
on,
idea, sir. I
and
have
I
another
is
idea.
yeah. Wait a second. So I is the I is what basically the index of each iteration. Okay.
For
ये
my
और
for
ये रो बाय
as for n is equal to suppose 3. So
Hmm.
there is 3 values of I.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
0, 1, and 2. So who was saying that the other idea?
What if we create a list of n odd numbers, then reverse that list, and then take the value from that list and then print spaces accordingly?
We won't need that actually. You can do that. You can do that definitely, but we won't need that actually. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So here what we'll do is basically what you will do is you will run this for loop first. You know, you will run this for loop first. Based on the I, you will calculate the number of spaces. You will store it some list in some list, and then from that list you will pick each element firstly for the top portion, and then for the for the bottom portion you will just reverse that list and pick the number of spaces each time, right? You're saying this.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that definitely. It's totally upon you how you reach the answer. I am just telling one of the many approaches. Okay, one of the
Yeah,
many
thank you.
approaches. Okay.
सर हम लोग जल्दी से कोड लिख लेते हैं, फिर लेयर बाय लेयर हम लोग पढ़ते हैं, क्योंकि अगर एक ही जगह अटके रहेंगे तो
Exactly, exactly. So we saw in each line, first thing is for backslash and the last thing is forward slash. Correct? But not in each line first thing is backslash. In second line first thing is space. Second thing
यस यस
second line first thing is spaces. Okay, now this is very easy. How many spaces should come before the backslash is very easy. In the first line, what was the value of I for the first iteration?
0.
0.
0. There were 0 spaces. Yeah, someone's mic is on. Can you please turn it off? Yeah. So
भाई काहे
for
गाना सुना रहे हो यार?
so for the first row, I is 0. So before the backslash, there will be 0 spaces. For the first row, here this relation we can relate, right? Isn't it? We can relate it. When I is 1, there is 1 space before backslash. When I is 2, there is 2 space before the backslash. Correct?
यस यस
So this is really simple. So what we'll do is print empty space. How many times you have to print? I. Okay. After that, what we have to print? I'll concatenate it backslash. So yeah, remember that backslash is also an escape character.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
print.
yeah.
Remember that? Okay. After backslash, how many spaces we have to print? So we'll write formula for that. So first we'll write space into how many times you have to do. Let's make it very clear. Okay.
2 into n minus I.
Yes. So what formula we did use this?
2
2
into
into
n
N minus
minus
n minus I
minus
minus
1.
1. Okay, and after this after this number of spaces we write this
Forward
number of
slash.
spaces, then we want a forward slash. Fine. That's okay. That's all for our code. Okay, this is the top part. If I run this, what we'll get is
सर इस लाइन को थोड़ा समझा दीजिए सर, इसकी वर्ड बाय
yeah.
वर्ड की यहाँ पे हर क्या
Yes, yes. So if we only run this, what we get is, we can see that this is the top part,
Yeah,
isn't it?
top
This is
part.
the top portion. Okay, so let's see what
Yes.
this line is doing. This line first prints the spaces before the backslash. Okay, so here before the backslash we have some spaces. See, one space, two space, correct, isn't it? We'll expand this. After this there are one, two, three space, correct. So first we print space. Okay, and how we related our initial spaces, we said that with the increment of I, the number of spaces is increasing. The first
Yes,
row,
the
when I
draws
was
are
0, yeah, then when I was 0 there were 0 spaces. When I is 1 there is 1 space before the backslash, correct. When I is
yes.
1 there is I, when I is 2 there are 2 spaces, fine. After that, after putting the spaces, we want a backslash in each line, correct. So
Yes,
after we put
yes.
that number of spaces, we then put a backslash. So basically we are
So यहाँ पे
printing a
double
string.
backslash है.
Double
So यहाँ पे
backslash
दो
because,
line.
yeah, because one backslash means an escape character, isn't it? So that what is the
Yeah.
property of escape character, I hope everybody knows. And if I start explaining right
नहीं
now,
इसमें
it
नहीं
will
आता
take a lot of time. So
सर.
please, I would suggest that, yeah,
सब मोटी
please
मोटी
watch.
बता दी, मोटी मोटा कि क्या काम करता है ये.
It's just that this backslash will convert this ending string to just a character, so we have to take away powers from this backslash. I have explained it in very much detail in week, I think it was in week 2, formatted
मतलब सर ये
printing.
Yeah,
string
yeah.
को change किया है.
It will
Yeah, I
take
have
power
explained
from
it.
that.
Yeah, I have explained it in very much detail. Okay, so you can just go and watch that part. It's, I think, in the starting half an hour I have explained it. Okay, so you can go and check that video. Okay. So basically what happens is, so this backslash will take away the powers of this quote. So this quote will be just a character and not the ending string. Okay, so this backslash cannot do that, and so we have to take away the powers from this backslash. So we apply one more backslash. Okay, and this backslash will take away the powers of this, making it just a character, so that it can be compressed inside a string. Fine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Okay, then we printed backslash, then I gave a space. How many spaces I
सर
want?
दोनों
So
line का आगे वाला escape character है या पीछे वाला?
uh, so this so this is an escape character, which makes this escape character just a normal character. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So please
सर इसको
watch
लिखने
that.
का तरीका है slash and comma.
Huh?
तो इसको लिखने का तरीका है इस slash and comma.
No, not slash and comma. This is the quotes which we write. The outer quotes are just the quotes which we write when we mention some string, isn't it? And the
Yes,
inner
yes,
thing
yes.
is just the backslashes. Why double backslashes? Because one backslash will take away powers from the other to make it just a character. Okay,
Okay,
and
okay.
you can just remember that if you have to print one backslash, just write two backslash within quotes. If you have to print two backslash, just write four backslash within quotes. You can remember it like that. Okay, for now.
मतलब into two सीधा करके.
Yeah. Okay, and for forward slash there is nothing such that. Okay, you can just write it as it is. Okay, now we figure out some formula for depending on the number of I, how I increments, that number of spaces we have to give. So we write a space and multiply it with that particular number. Fine, and then we put a
Yes.
forward slash. So our one row is completed. This will print our one row. And how many times I have to print my rows? I have to print n times. So this loop will go for n times. It will keep writing each row. Okay, so for now our output is this, isn't it? We just wrote the code for the upper part, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay, now
इसमें
now
चार भाग हैं spaces,
yes,
फिर
now after,
backslashes.
yes, now after this whole part, there should be an x at the bottom and at this point,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
let's look at our test case. How many spaces are before the x? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 spaces. Okay, there are 5 spaces. Okay,
And spaces.
yeah, so let's go to test case 2.
Yeah.
This is 0. Let's go to test case this. There are only one space. Why? So can we relate it to n? When our n is 1, there is one space before x. When our n is 5, there are 5 spaces before x, correct? So we found another relationship.
Yeah, and
Okay.
when we have
Outside.
zero, then no
Yes,
space are
we
there.
have zero, then there are no spaces. Okay. So what we'll do? We'll say, so after coming outside this loop, we cannot write that within loop, okay? Or else that this won't be, this will be executed after every iteration, isn't it? So we have to come outside the loop
Space
and then
into
we'll,
n.
yeah, space star n. Perfect. That's all. So when we run this, we'll see our top part with the x is done.
So
One
plus
second.
x.
Yeah, this.
Yes, sir. Plus
So
x.
okay, yeah. So for sorry, I forgot.
सर हमने ये
We
print
gave the,
function क्यों लिखा?
sorry.
सर हमने ये print function क्यों लिखा space into n plus ये क्या है?
To print this line. So see here, our for loop, printed only this part, right? Now
Yes,
we have to
yes.
print this, and then we have to go for bottom part. So to print this
Okay.
part, I'm so before x there are some spaces, okay? So that's why I said
Yes.
how many spaces are there? There are 5 spaces. For n equals 5,
Yeah.
there are 5 spaces. For n equals 1,
Yes,
there is
you
one
have
space.
yeah.
Yeah. So this we did, and we added x. So now when we run this, we'll see that our half of the, more than half is done. So yeah, we have this shape, top shape, and x. Now we have to look for bottom shape. Now for bottom shape, there is one space in the middle, one, two, three space in the middle, one, two, 5 space in the middle. Okay, so can we relate it to I somehow?
Hmm.
The middle spaces, can we relate it to I? Let's see, we can we do this or not?
I plus
So
1 spaces.
if we say I plus 1 spaces, what will happen? Let's see. When I say I equals 0, there should be I plus 1 spaces, fine, 1 space. When I equals 1, there will be I plus 1, that is 2, but we want 3 spaces, correct?
Okay.
Sorry.
2n minus 1 into
2i
2
minus 1.
minus 1 and
n
minus I
minus
into
1 minus
n
I.
minus I into n minus I plus 1, I think. 2
Okay.
n minus I plus 1.
Okay, let's write it. 2 into n minus I, you are saying this?
Yes, sir, plus 1, I think.
Plus 1, you are saying. Okay, so when I is 0, what will happen is 2 into 5 minus 0. This will give me 10, plus 1 will give me 11, correct? No, this won't work. So,
सर
okay.
2i minus 1 सही रहेगा.
Yes, 2i minus 1, let's see. 2i minus 1. 2i is what for 0, okay? Minus 1 will give me minus 1. Minus 1, how will print minus 1 spaces? That doesn't make sense, right?
Yes, yes, ये गलत
Yeah,
रहेगा.
we want something else. Let's do something.
Sir, so it will
Sir,
take
ये
plus 1 instead of minus 1.
Sorry. Okay, so you said 2 into I plus 1. Okay, let's see. 2 into
Yes,
0
sir. It
plus
will.
1 gives me 1. Okay, fine. When so I was 0, now I is 1. So let's say 2 into 1 plus 1. Yes, it gives me 3. 2 into 2 plus 1 gives me 5. Yes, that will work. Okay, so we found out the relationship. Perfect. Now what we have to do is,
All odd numbers, right?
for
2 and plus
we
1.
have to run again for loop.
We
For
have to
loop for,
define the range
In
now.
exam, how
yes,
we find the relation? What is
just
the
just
trick to
just like
find the
this,
relation?
trial and error. Just like this trial and error, it will take you 10 minutes. It will not take you more than 10 minutes. Okay, so for finding the relation, it will not take you more than 10 minutes, trust
Actually,
me.
the sir range is the key here.
Yes, here range is the key, exactly. Here range is the key, and increment incrementing I is the key. So here we see the for the first for loop, I is increasing, okay, and our number of space is decreasing. So if I subtract I from n, this number will decrease, isn't it? This number will decrease, and somehow I have to do. So what I did is I multiplied 2 into this part and minus subtracted 1. So this number is decreasing, and I made this relation. So this number is decreasing. So basically what I did, if any number I have, I multiply it with 2 and subtract 1, so that becomes an odd number, isn't it?
Hmm.
So I had a pattern that my first line had space 9, then second line space 5, then third line space 5, 7 and 5. So I am seeing that odd relation is there, correct? So whatever number I am getting, if I can convert it into odd numbers, how will I convert any number to odd number? I will just multiply it with 2 and subtract 1 to it. Or we can add also, but here, since we have to decrease, since we have to decrement, I will subtract it. Whenever I have to increment, I am adding it. So for the down part, I found that 2 into I plus 1 is the relation. I'm still doing it. I'm still making it odd numbers. Okay, whatever I am getting, I'm converting it to odd numbers. But now I'm incrementing one.
Sir,
Correct?
here
Yeah.
if you closely observe the question,
Yeah.
the next part, the lower part is just the opposite of the upper part.
Exactly.
If you copy the first part and change
Yes.
its range n minus
Yes.
1 comma minus 1 comma minus 1, your
Exactly,
output
that
will
will also work. Exactly, great observation, great observation. So if we just take this particular part and we just reverse it, it will still work.
और आपका अगर कोई और भी अगर कोई और भी तरीके से आप कर सकते हैं तो कर सकते हैं.
Yeah, definitely. If you have different approach, definitely you can. But here also, if you can just take this part and reverse it. So what he is saying is, we'll write for I in range. Okay, so our range was going from
n
here.
minus 1 comma.
Yeah, yes, here our range was going from 0 to n minus 1. So now where I'll go from n minus 1 to
the last index minus 1.
Yes, I have to include 0, but if I have to include 0, I have to give some number after 0. So in reverse order, after 0, what is there? Minus 1. Okay, and then I have to reverse it. Steps will be reverse. Fine.
Until 0 will not be included because 0th index is
Sir,
Yes, exactly.
Sir, the sign will also be reversed, sir. Forward we change with backward.
Sorry, sir. Sign will also will reverse means?
Yes,
The forward
forward slash
slash.
will become backward slash.
No. I'll just print this here.
Oh, yes, sir, yes. He is correct. He is correct.
Oh, okay, yeah, we have to change it. So no worries. Just do this. And where is the
yes, your code
that's
will
it.
work.
सर यही तरीका है.
Yeah, this will also work. Perfect, fine.
और
So
सर
let's just
इससे भी आसान कुछ हो सकता है क्या?
no, इससे आसान और क्या ही होगा. I think this is the easiest thing. Correct. So what we did is we just reversed the top part. It is clearly observable, right? This part, this lower part is just the inverse of this upper part. So if we can if we can run a loop from top to bottom, we will reach this. Correct.
So sir, can you explain the 2n minus 1, 2 into n minus I minus 1 part again?
This part?
And sir, means ये append कहाँ से कर रहे हैं? मतलब ऊपर से करते करते आ रहा है x तक या फिर x से करते करते ऊपर तक जा रहा है?
हम ऊपर से करते करते आ रहे हैं.
Backward slash and forward slash thing.
Okay, wait, I'll tell you. Okay, so first thing is how we reach this 2n minus 1 2 into n minus I minus 1. Okay, first thing is what relation we got? We have n 9 spaces in the first line. Let's take care that our n is 5. Okay, let's remember this. 9 spaces in the
छोटा करके भी देख सकते हैं. 5 थोड़ा ज्यादा रेंज हो रहा है. तो छोटे
okay, yeah, let's do it for 3. Okay. So if there is some option with 3, 1, this is for 2, this is for 0. Let's do for 3. That will be good. I'll create here. So this is forward slash 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces and then a backward slash, then 1. So here there is a space. Okay.
For
2,
3 it's 5.
3. Yes.
Each step increasing by 2.
Yes, exactly.
For 4 it's going to be 8.
Okay.
यहाँ पे spaces की जगह slash आ रहा है.
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Oh, sir, finding the space is the.
Yes, exactly. These boxes just represent spaces. Okay, nothing else.
Yes, sir. Space is the main issue, na. If we have to handle the spaces, then everything will be fine.
Exactly. So there will be no space there. Okay. Wait.
अच्छा, तो जितना I के पास आ रहा है, 0 के पास है, उतना बाहर वाला स्पेस ज्यादा हो रहा है और अंदर वाला
exactly.
अच्छा. हाँ सर, समझ गए सर.
Yeah, so there will be only two
सर
spaces
बीच में
there.
4 ही स्पेस क्यों है?
Huh? Sorry?
सर बीच में 4 ही स्पेस क्यों है? हर जगह 5 है।
Wait a
ये
second.
स्पेसेस भी
Wait.
बढ़ रहे हैं, स्पेसेस तो कांस्टेंट है ना?
No, no, no. Spaces, but spaces are increasing. You're saying about which part? Where is the four spaces in the middle? These are three
यहाँ
space.
पे राइट में स्पेसेस नहीं होने चाहिए।
Okay, this part, na? Yeah, here there
Yes.
should be no space. There will be no space. Okay. Here there will be spaces. So in first row there is no space before backslash. Okay. In the second there is one. In the third there is two. In where when we are printing
Yes.
x there is n number of spaces. Okay. And then there is again two, one, and zero. Okay. And the middle
Sir,
part,
please explain line number 6, sir. Please, one second.
line number 6, you are saying this. Okay.
Yes.
If you understood the first part, okay, first part is clear for everyone. Just let me
Yes, yes, yes.
clarify it once.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
to
yeah.
do 2 into n minus I minus 1. So what we saw is our pattern was first line for x is equal to, for n is equal to 3. Okay. First line has 5 spaces. Okay. Okay, 5 spaces, and the next line has 3 spaces. Okay. Okay. So now one thing is, now we see that, as so we are running a loop. Okay. Loop is going from I0 to 2. Correct. So as I is increasing, our space is decreasing somehow. Okay.
Yes,
How
yes,
can we do
yes.
that? We can do that as our I increase, our space can decrease if we can somehow do n minus I, isn't it? As our I will increase, n minus I will decrease, isn't it? They are inversely related. As I
Yes.
increases, n minus I decreases. Okay, fine. But now what I want is some odd number of spaces. Okay. To convert it into odd number, what I did it, and we see that, and when n is 3, the first line, the number of spaces is close to 2 times n, isn't it? Correct. It is close to, it is 5, 2 times n is 6.
Yes.
for for
Yes.
for n equals 5, we see the first line of spaces, there are 9 spaces, right? So it is 2 into 5, correct, close to 10. So when we are doing 2 into 5, we are reaching 10. Here we are doing 2 into 9, we are reaching 6. Minus 1 will give us the first line of space. And as I will increase, n will decrease. 2 into n minus 1 will give me 3 space. Since, and you can see that this thing n minus I, let's say this part is a. Okay. So 2 into a minus 1. This is the formula for any odd number, correct? Right. And since we see this pattern that our spaces are decreasing in odd numbers, correct, from 5 to 3 to 1, and then x there is, okay, from 9 to 7 to 5 to 3. So we are seeing that odd number is going on. So this totally makes sense now. Is it
Yes.
fine?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Now
sir.
coming to this part. Okay, let me increase what is happening here.
No, sir. I'm confused about n minus 1, then comma minus 1, then comma minus
Yeah.
1.
Okay. So what we are doing, so
N minus 1 will be starting point.
exactly.
Minus
So
1
so
will be the step.
yes, exactly. So here you understood the top part, correct? Top part understood.
Correct, correct.
Okay,
Yes,
fine.
sir.
Now, if we reverse this top part, will it become the bottom part? Correct.
Yes,
Okay.
yes,
In top part, our I is going from 0 to what point? N minus 1. Because
yes.
n it won't take. It will take till
Hmm.
n minus 1. N is not
Hmm.
increasing. So if we want to reverse it, I have to start from n minus 1 and go till 0. So
Yes,
we'll start from n minus 1. And so I have to give where I have to stop. This is starting. The next is stopping. If I give 0, it won't be included, right? The stopping integer is always exclusive.
right.
Okay. So I have to give something which is, so first thing is n minus 1. I started here, and where I have to stop. So I have to stop at 0, but including 0. So our stopping should be something which is after 0, but after 0, not in actual number line type. Okay. So 0, 1, after 0, there is 1. But since we are coming in reverse order, so we are coming like this: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. So if we are coming in this, what is after 0? Minus 1.
Minus 1.
Yes. So after n minus 1, we'll write minus 1. And since we are taking negative steps, so we have to specify what steps we are taking. Negative steps, right?
Okay.
So we'll go from and n minus 1 to n minus 2 to n minus 3 till till 0. Fine. And we just needed to change this backslash to forward slash y because mm, in our test case here you see, uh, first we print backslash and then at the end forward slash, but at the
Yes, yes.
bottom we print forward slash and then backslash, so
Yeah.
we just change the
This.
position.
Yes, yes. This is
सर
clear.
स्टेप्स
Now
यहाँ पे क्या
let's.
रिप्रेजेंट करते हैं?
Sorry.
सर स्टेप्स फॉर आई इन रेंज स्टार्ट स्टॉप स्टेप, तो स्टेप यहाँ पे सर क्या रिप्रेजेंट करता है? मतलब
The number of steps you have to take.
Steps from -1.
Steps. Yeah, steps -1 means you have to go in reverse. If you mention step as 2, you will jump one position. Okay. So see.
Sir, so the main thing.
The start is 5 and ending is
One by
0.
one by one,
So
guys,
we
please.
traveling 5 to 0. But why
This
you
this
use
this you are
-1?
talking about.
Minus 1 because we have to start from 4, not 5.
Exactly. So look, see what we are doing is we are reversing this part, correct? In this part, our range goes from where? Our range start at 0 and it goes till where? It goes till n minus 1. So n, suppose n is 5, so it is going till 4, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So when we want to reverse it, we won't start from 5, right? If we are going from 0 to 4, reversing it means we'll start from 4 and go to 0. Correct? Yeah. So we will, that's why we have to start from n minus 1.
So sir, you told us that
Yes.
odd number formula is 2a minus 1.
Yeah.
So in general, I can write 2n minus 1.
Yeah.
So why you are including minus I?
Minus I we are including because if I just write 2n minus 1, what will happen? This will be a constant, isn't it? But what I want is with
N
the
is
increment
fixed.
of our I, our spaces should decrease. How can we do that? We can do that if we continue to reduce our this part. Okay. See, our formula is 2a minus 1, but if I just take a equals n, what will happen? It will be constant for all the values. No matter what, at which iteration we are, this value will be constant. Correct? What we want is, with our loop going on, with our iteration increasing, our value of n, this value of a should decrease. Correct?
So sir, if you put 2 into 5, okay, hello?
Yeah. Yeah.
2 into 5 at the last index, 2 into 5 minus 5 minus 1.
Just a second.
I will take up to 4, 0 to 4 or 5.
Sorry. 10 minus 5. So it is giving.
सर एक बार ये वाला
Yeah,
लाइन
sorry,
समझा
sorry.
दीजिए.
Yeah, can you repeat? Can you repeat? Can you repeat?
Oh,
Just
sir,
yeah. Wait. What you were saying?
in the for the last index, the
Yeah,
index
for for
before x, it will
yeah,
be
for
2 into 5 minus 4 minus 1. Okay.
no, it why it will be 2 into 5 minus 4 minus 1?
Oh, sorry. Oh.
It will be 2 into 5 minus 4 minus 1.
2 minus 1 means 1.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
correct.
Understood now?
सर मैं पूछ रहा था सर
Yeah.
ये वाला लाइन
Sir,
समझा
range
दीजिए. For
n minus 1 is clear, but I say that range operator first start at 4 and end at 0.
Yes.
So why you reverse this? It start at 4 and end in 0.
Sorry, what you said? Can you please repeat?
So I said that range operator, the first part is start and the second part
Yes.
is end.
Yes.
In this case, the start part is 4 and the end part is 0.
Mm-hmm.
So why we reverse it?
Because see, if I just mention n minus 1 and minus 1, our code will take the steps by default as 1. Okay, so it will try to move ahead. Okay, so it will try to go from n minus 1 to n, then to n plus 1. Okay, and it is expecting that there will be some point where it will face minus 1, but there won't be any point where it will face minus 1, isn't it? So it will throw error. So that's why we have to specify that when I am saying that you have to start at this position and go till here, that means you have to go in reverse and not in front. Actual, you don't have to go forward. You have to go backwards.
So that means it will start from 0 to n minus 1, na? Actually, actual position, na? If it got reverse.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, yes.
yeah,
Yes.
Exactly.
That's okay. That's okay.
yeah. Got it.
Got it? Everyone?
Okay, okay.
Fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right. So this was one of the pattern printing question. Okay, let's see the other set. This was, I think, Z or something.
So print n.
Print N. Yeah, this was the code for N. I think, yeah, this is the code for N. Okay, no worries. Let's not look at
Sir,
this
please
code.
give the code of the X.
Okay, okay. This was set 2, right?
Sir, can you please uh, show the previous code?
Yeah, 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 I'm showing. Yeah, this is the one.
No, no, no. N
So,
pattern code.
oh, I deleted that.
No,
We'll work on that right now. Okay.
no, I have done this, but in some
Mm-hmm.
complicated manner. I want to.
Okay. Okay, no worries. These kind of pattern printing problems are not at all complicated. Many people think that we have to use for loops. There are rarely cases where you have to use for loops for this kind of questions. Okay, just one loop is enough. Okay.
इसमें रोज और कॉलम को अच्छे से समझना पड़ेगा.
Yes. Yes, you have to understand what you are printing in each row. That's main thing you have to understand. Okay.
But sir, you in the first print statement, you
Mm-hmm.
are giving end equal to comma separated value. So end what default end statement give? It will create an extra line, na?
Int equals comma separated value where?
End with an empty string. So it will create an extra line, na? So
Sorry, so I
Yeah,
did
it
not
will
got you.
print in
Where?
the same line.
Acha,
It
okay,
will print in
end you are saying, not int. Okay, so I was listening end
Default
you are
value of n is new line.
yeah, end you I'm changing the default value of end. Okay,
yes, yes, default value of
instead
end.
of this, yeah. So what I did is end equals empty string means there will be no new line character. Okay, there will
Yes,
be nothing after end.
but we want to generate a new line.
No,
अगर
we
आप
won't
end दे देंगे तो उसके बाजू में
uh-huh.
जाके प्रिंट हो जाएगा ना.
But see, here we are doing it for one row only. This whole thing is just for one row. I could, instead of doing this, I could have written it like this.
Yeah,
Print.
we can add
See,
that.
in each row, what we want, first start with a line, then some space and some backslash, then some space combination of this, and then end with a straight line. So what we can do is we can just write it here like this.
So do it
Yeah.
from scratch.
Yeah, this thing, yeah, I'll do it from scratch. Just I'm showing this part I'll copy just from here. Okay, and then at the, so I don't have to mention end, and then at the end I will just print this. Okay, this thing will also give me same thing. See here, see, I'm getting the test case, same thing printed. Okay, now we'll go for, so this whole thing was just for one line. Okay, just for one row.
So इतना आसान क्वेश्चन और 15 मार्क्स.
Yes, that's the thing. If you cracked, how you will reach the solution? You got the 15 marks.
It's a good thing, na? It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
सोचना थोड़ा टफ है.
No,
हाँ, सोच
yeah, that's the
thought
part.
process is
Finding this,
समझना पड़ेगा.
yes, this pattern, that how many spaces you have to print, where you have to print.
Yeah, find the logic will be difficult.
Okay, let's do it
लॉजिक
since
भी
the
समझना
beginning.
पड़ेगा और सर इस शब्दावली पे भी थोड़ा पकड़ होनी चाहिए क्योंकि लॉजिक इस लैंग्वेज को अपने लॉजिक में कन्वर्ट करना है.
Exactly. Okay, so for this end question, okay, so anyone want this? If anyone has some harder question, we can do that. If this n is really easy, or else we can do this.
So we can try with W or so
Sir,
W I have
hollow
done.
W is harder than n.
So we can
Okay.
print hollow diamond pattern.
Hollow diamond pattern, yeah, we can definitely print. Okay, so hollow diamond pattern with stars or slashes, which one?
Slashes, stars, whatever it is.
Okay, So I think W will be hardest one among this. So let's try for W. So do you have, I think, Sandeepan? Sandeepan, do you
Yes,
have
sir.
any this question in which where the W is given? Which question it is?
So
Yes,
So
sir,
we
sir.
Jantam set 1 problem, section 3 problem, last problem.
okay, pattern printing, right? Okay. Okay, so the question says we have to print a W. Okay, so this is given an integer n where n is greater than, strictly greater than 0, right? And W shaped pattern with n rows. Okay, we have to give n rows. The pattern should consist. Okay, I would say that after doing this question, W is the hardest one, I think. So after doing this, this will be last pattern printing for this class. Okay, since the time is already up, so we'll just do this, understand it properly. I hope after this thing also your logic will get cleared a lot. Okay, so basically you just have to figure out how you will put spaces. Okay, this question you will do with me. Okay, and you will see how you can do it without any help. Okay, so given an integer n greater than 0, print a and W shape pattern with n rows. The pattern should consist of, so okay, given we have been given that pattern should have n rows. Focus here. Okay, the pattern should consist of a vertical bar on the left and right sides of each row. Okay, so this is the thing. Left and right sides of each row there is a vertical bar. Fine. Additionally, it should have forward slashes and back slashes moving diagonally towards each other from top to bottom. Okay, not towards each other, actually going away from each other from top to bottom. So at top they are joined, then they are separated. Okay, fine. Tell me, what will you look at first? So first thing is,
First thing is that the
And
straight line.
so
Number of spaces.
yes. So it is very easy to print straight lines, right? In each row, you have to print a starting straight line, ending straight line. Fine. The
Yeah,
yeah,
main
yeah.
thing is how will you give space? Okay, let's see. First, after straight line, there will be spaces before the backslash and after the forward. I mean, before the forward slash and after the backslash. Fine, right? So let's look at first row. Let's look at this example. For the first row, there are 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, 1, 1. Okay, first thing before even looking at space, what we see as n is 3. How many
n
rows are
minus
there?
1 minus n minus I
n
minus
minus 1.
Wait. N is 3. How many rows are there?
3.
3
Three rows.
rows.
So what we have to do? What will I write here? Tell me.
So
For I
print.
in range of n.
For I
for I in range.
range n. Good. Next line.
So
Okay.
print
For j in range,
I is print I.
Print.
Print this the the straight line, the
in
straight
that
bar.
straight line, and
Straight
with
straight line.
and
Times
with
n.
Okay. Before that,
space.
before we go to print statement, first figure out the space logic. Okay.
So space will be 2n.
2n. You are saying this thing.
Hmm.
2n will be 6.
No,
2n
no, sir.
minus
The
2.
space will be n
Twin won't
minus
work.
1 only.
One by one, one by one, one by one.
2i,
Okay.
I guess 2i.
So the
No,
formula is n minus
Okay.
1
not
minus
the
I.
not the
I
spaces
thought.
between the lines. I am two
Yeah.
straight lines. If you consider the slashes with two straight lines, the space in between is 2n.
No, not. We don't have to look like that. Okay, because we have to print some other characters in middle. So we'll always look in
Sir,
parts. Okay.
sir, we can go for the first space. We will go n minus 1. Then we will take an forward slash, backward slash, and forward slash. Then we will again go for space.
Yeah.
सर
So
एक काम करिए आप करिए
no. I want you guys to do. I
So
want you guys
there,
to do. Okay.
Sir,
So
print the
okay,
part
first
plus
let's try to
सर
print
space
only
ध्यान
this
दीजिए
part. Only this part. Okay. So we'll print a straight line. Okay, fine. Then after that, how many spaces I'll print?
n
I.
minus 1, sir.
space
Minus
into
2.
n
I
minus
n
1
minus 1.
minus I
N minus one for this
n
line.
minus 1 spaces. Yeah.
minus
n
I.
minus 1 minus I, sir.
Exactly, n minus 1 minus I. Right, so n is 3 here. So n minus I minus 1 will give me 2 when I is 0, because for the first row I is 0, right?
Yeah,
So
I
there
Then
will
will
be
be
plus
2
space
decreasing.
spaces.
into
Space
I.
will be
Yes,
decreasing.
exactly. So what I have to do, I printed the straight line. Then what I'll do is I'll write space. How many times you have to do?
And
n
N
minus 1
minus
minus
1
I.
minus I.
N minus I plus 1,
Good, good,
which is
good.
n minus.
Very good. After that, we want to print
Plus space into I.
plus
plus forward
forward
space
slash.
Forward
forward
slash.
slash plus
Okay, now.
backward
plus
slash.
I
space
plus
No, not directly
into
backward slash.
The
See here.
space
space
into
Here
I.
after forward slash,
space
there is spaces. Okay.
Oh yes,
space
sir.
into
How
I
space is increasing? Space into
Okay.
I, you
I
are saying. So here
Yeah.
there was
I.
no space. There is two space. There is one, two, three,
Two
four.
i's,
Four
sir.
spaces. Yes, two I.
2i.
Good.
yeah 2I.
yes
Okay.
sir. That's why
Do
I'm
this.
taking 2I. Two.
Yes.
I am finding out the specific.
Star into.
So
Uh,
we have to add that now.
Hmm.
what we have to add? Yes, we have to add it.
Forward, yeah.
Okay. Fine. So we now gave the number of spaces between forward slash and backslash. Now what we want?
Now the last
Other
line.
code will be same, I guess.
Yes, the now we have printed till here. Okay, till here. Now everything is just the reverse. Correct.
Reverse.
So now
Yeah.
we have to print a backslash. Correct. So we'll print a backslash, and then what we have to print? Tell me.
N minus 1 minus I.
Exactly.
Spaces.
Space
N
into
minus one minus
Space
I
into
spaces.
n minus 1 minus I.
Exactly. N minus one minus I. Then plus at the end. Straight line.
straight line.
Straight
Okay.
line.
No space. Okay.
Run the code. Your code.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Let's run this. That's it. That's it. There was nothing much. Correct. If you can relate
Sir, this is
N
easy
I,
than X.
it was easier than X. No, it was not easier than X. But since you have done the X one, and since you understood how to approach the approach the code, that's why this is easier. Okay. Okay. Let's do one more problem. Okay. Let's take one more problem. Let's take some hypothetical problem here. Some, I hope some hard problem is given. If not, then we'll take some hypothetical problem.
No sir. No. No
A
hard problem.
pyramid.
Pyramid problem. Zero pyramid.
This thing.
Exactly same
This
of
is
star
yeah.
pyramid.
This is more easy than that, isn't it? This is easier than what we did till now. Okay. This is the easiest one, I think. Let's see if this
Sir,
thing has.
we can move to some other kind of problems other than pattern print.
Space into n min n.
So it is
Space
diamond.
into n minus I.
One by one, guys. One by one. Yeah. So what were you guys saying? Space into.
In the pyramid part.
Mm-hmm.
Space
Yeah.
into n minus I guess.
Yes. That's very easy one. Okay. You see here.
Can do pattern with numbers.
Pattern with numbers. Generally pattern with numbers are not asked. This is only with zeros and not any other numbers. Correct.
Means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That kind.
Yeah. That kind of pattern won't be asked. The
Sir,
pattern,
we print string 0 or integer 0.
you can print anything.
String, I guess.
Yeah, string is because we are concatenating with spaces. Printing on the string will be the best. If you want to print integer 0, then you have to separately create another print statement whenever you try to print 0. Okay.
Okay.
सर यहाँ पे rows
So
और column
making-
में बांट के
One by one, please.
सर यहाँ पे rows और column में बांट के इस क्वेश्चन पे अप्रोच करना है
Sorry, I did not got you. Please repeat.
सर यहाँ पे मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि सर इस क्वेश्चन को रोज और कॉलम में मतलब
हाँ.
इसको एक चेस की तरह देखते हैं सर यहाँ स्पेसेस हैं स्पेसेस में ये है खाली स्पेसेस हैं फिर या फिर कोई लाइन आ जा रही है तो मतलब इस तरीके से देखना है इसको ना
This question.
उस हिसाब से पैटर्न निकालना है
Yes. The pattern. Yeah, the problem of finding the pattern is just how you have to look it. There is some spaces. There is some characters that is given to you, of which you have to print after spaces or before spaces. Okay. So in that manner, you have to figure it out. Okay. Basically, the logic you have to the main logic you have to figure it out is at what position you have to give how many spaces, and if you are printing multiple lines, how your space will increase or decrease with I. correct? Because the only I variable is the only variable that is changing in your for loop. None other things except I are not changing. Other things except I are constant. So if you don't incorporate I, so you won't be able to change the number of spaces or increase it or decrease it depending on uh, you know how your pattern is, correct? So in every pattern, one thing common we saw that with each row, either the spaces increase or decrease, correct? Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So you
Yes.
have to figure out something, some logic, some formula, how you can incorporate spaces with your number of I. Not directly. It might not be directly. It might be that you are doing n minus I minus 1, or else or there might be something you are just doing 2 into I minus 1. But you have to incorporate somehow the number of spaces with I, because only I is either increasing or decreasing, correct?
और यहाँ सर हम लोग का मेन मोटिव भी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्विंग ही है मेन.
Yes, exactly.
It will be given in the question that we have to print this pyramid in integer or string format.
No, so it will be always in string format. So you have to print a center triangle up with given number of rows where all the elements are zeros. The number of rows is taken as input. There is space between zeros in same line, and also no space after the last zero. Okay, so uh, it has not mentioned that you have to print string or integer. So obviously you will print string, okay, because it is a
Yeah,
pattern printing. It is not something which you have to do mathematically, right? I
yeah.
mean,
If it's
yeah,
given, then we have to print in integer.
yes, yes,
Otherwise, we have to print in string.
yeah. It will not be given. It will never be given. You have to print integer, right? Because how will you concatenate integer with your strings, isn't it? You can do, of course, but
Yeah.
it will be easier for you to do it when your zero is strings. I mean integer, right? Okay, so this is this pattern printing problem is the, I would say, if you cracked it out, it's the easiest problem in your OPP. Do one question, you will get 15 marks, and easy. I mean 20 marks, not 15. Easy, 20 marks. And the easier questions are so easy that you can do every one of them. So easier questions 30 marks, confirm, okay, and one pattern printing 20 marks, so 50 marks is confirmed for you if you understand the pattern printing. And if you solved other problems also, 100 marks is really easy in OPP. Okay.
Sir, in a chart, I saw that the pattern printing question was 15 marks.
Okay, so hard questions are all the hard. So pattern printing comes in
So
one of the
section
hard
section C have 15 marks every question.
uh,
Section B have
Yes.
20 marks per question.
okay,
Input output
section
have.
section B have 20 marks and section C has 15 marks.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no
Yes,
worries.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, so section A has 10 marks each, section B have 20 marks each, and section C has 15 marks each, correct?
Yeah.
And
Yes,
section
sir.
C has pattern printing, so 30 and 15. So you're getting 45, right? It's more than what you need to pass, and not just you have to pass. You'll definitely do great. Input
और
output
सर
is
टफ थर्ड
also
वाला
very
पार्ट
easy. Sorry.
सर टफ थर्ड वाला ही पार्ट थोड़ा सा होता है और वो दोनों
Yeah,
तो बहुत इजी.
mostly people lose marks in this third section, which is pattern printing question. They are not able to figure out the logic. How will they will print spaces? How
So
they
the
will print.
session is end, I guess.
Yeah, session is almost over. If you want to leave, you can leave. And if anyone has doubt, you can ask.
भाई कहे जाने की जल्दी.
So this pattern printing approach is great. It is
Yeah,
most helpful.
yeah. You don't
Approach.
have to use nested loops. You don't have to use very complicated functions or anything. You just have to
Yeah.
use single for loop, and just you have to figure out how you will increment your space or decrement your space based on I. That's it.
Yes.
So in September, set to section 2, question number 2.
Okay, wait a second. September set to question number 2. Section, which section?
Section 2.
Section 2, question 2. Okay. See, the input output problems are also very easy. Okay. So, yeah, this question we did, right? So basically in our input output problems, they won't, the main issue is how will you take input.
Sorry, sir, set one.
Yes, sir. Sir, excuse me, sir. I have a problem in input output question. How to take inputs, multi-line inputs? I have a problem. I
See,
am not able to solve this the
see,
problem.
whenever this this input output question will come, there you will be mentioned, either it will be mentioned that at what point you have to stop taking inputs. Okay, there won't, either they will mention earlier that this number of inputs you will take. Okay, and that will be your first input, that the number, how many number, next how many number of inputs you have to take, that number, mentioning that number will be your first input. Okay,
Yes, sir.
so in mostly in this input output type of question, what you do is your first input is how many next n line of inputs you have to take. Okay, so your first input is this thing. So you take how many inputs you have to take. Now since you have how many inputs you have to take, you can just run a for loop, and in each for loop take input. Correct. You
Okay, yes, input inside input. For inside range, we have to take input, na?
Yes. So
That's
if you want to take continuously n inputs, so you what will you do? You will run a loop n times, and for each iteration you will take one input. Okay, and
Hmm.
so if you want to do this in future, I mean, of course you have to manipulate whatever you are taking it as input, then you have to manipulate it in some way. Okay, either either you can manipulate it then and there. Okay, or you can store it in some list, and then after you take all the inputs, then take that list and manipulate every element of that list in some way, whatever you want. Correct. Because manipulation is not the problem here. Here the problem is how will you take input.
Uh,
Suppose in the earlier part you have not been given this number. Okay, this number, how many inputs you have to take, that means you don't know how many inputs you have to take. Correct. So what will you use? Remember, I told you, when we know how many iterations are there, there will be, we use generally for loop. When we don't know how many iterations are there, we use while
why?
loop. Correct.
While.
So if we don't know how many inputs we have to take, look at the question. There definitely there will be given that at what point you have to stop taking inputs. Okay, there might be some case that it will be given like keep taking inputs until you find a -1 in input. Okay, so there will be some question like this: keep taking inputs, or take inputs, take some random n number of inputs until and unless you find -1 as an input.
If
As soon
we
as you
find -1, then the loop is break.
Yes. So what will you do? So your while loop condition will be what? When, so suppose you create some variable a which takes input. So in each iteration a will take some input. So while loop condition is when a is not equal to -1, your loop will continue. As soon as a is -1, loop will break. Correct. Fine. Understandable. Okay.
Yes.
So you set one.
Then I have last question.
The section 2 problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Who had the last question?
Has the last set of the OPP, the
Uh-huh.
IO type question is
Uh-huh.
same approach to do
Last set.
last set.
Wait a second.
January, yes,
Set
set 3.
3. Jan set
IO
3.
type, IO type, yes.
Which one of these? Data processing or data processing? Though both are data processing. Function type and this
This is
is
IO type
IO
question.
type. Okay, the question says write a program to find the index of the column with the maximum sum of the elements in a given m cross n matrix. Okay, find the zero based index of the column that has the largest sum and the largest column sum. Okay, fine. If more than two columns have the same sum, the output should be index of the first column with the smallest index among those with the maximum sum. Okay, so this part you can figure out the logic. So what it is saying, just break it into simple English, you will understand. But the main problem comes in inputting. So the first line contains two integers, m
I
cross
have the
n.
question that here the input is string or not.
See the first see what it is given to you. The first line contains two integers, m and n, the number of rows and number of columns. So if it is given the first line of input will contain two integers, you can see here. So first line contains 3 space 4. Can you just convert it into integer? If I give you some string like this 3, can you convert it into integer? No, you cannot. So what you will do, you will take this
Sir,
input.
we can split them and convert them in
Exactly.
integer.
You can split them and convert it into integer, correct?
Yeah.
So we'll say input dot split, correct? And then what it says is next m lines contains n space separated integers representing the elements of the matrix. Okay, so next n m lines. Okay, so this first integer was 3 space 4. It is given that it will be in the form m and n. So this is m, this is n, correct? So
Yeah.
now you have to take m lines of input. Matlab means this. So how will you do? For I in range 3, I mean m. So what you can do is, yeah, you can do is you took the first input as x, that was your 4 and this, you splitted it and x became 3 comma 4. You converted this into integer. Okay, so you remove the string, and now what will you do? This will be m. So you will do for I in range m. Okay, and then what will you do? You will take input, some input you will take, you will split that also. So you are taking some input. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is in the form of string. You will split it and you will store it in a list like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Are you clear? Okay. So see, there are m lines of input. So yes, there are first, two, second. Only these line of inputs. Correct? Understood? No?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. So yeah, set one you were asking, right? Set one section problem. It says write a program that takes a passage with n line of text as input. Okay, for each line, convert all vowels a, e, I, o, u to uppercase and all other characters to lowercase. Fine, very easy. The thing which we have to do is very easy. We just have to take care the inputting problem. The first line contains an integer n, the number of lines. The next n lines contains the passage. Okay, so this will be your input type. First line integer, then that number of passages. Okay, so do one thing. Whose doubt was this, by the way?
Sir, mine.
Yeah. So you guide me. You tell me how to write question.
So the
I mean,
logic is clear, but how to take the n inputs, next
yeah,
n inputs is.
yeah. So see here, what it is written. The first line contains an integer n,
N
the
assigned
number
to
of
integer
lines.
input for I in range n.
Yes, so you will do this int of input, correct? Isn't it? Is it?
Yes,
Isn't
sir.
it? Yes, we have to do this. This first line says the first line contains an integer n, the number of lines. And what is this? Input format. So the first line should be this. Okay. The next n line contains the passage. So how will you take next n lines? So you don't know what will be the value of n. So for this, you have to what you
Really?
have to, yes, run a loop
For I in
for
range n.
I for I in range n. Perfect. Yeah. Now what will you do? You will take some input, isn't it?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's say you take some input. Okay. Now you what you have to do? Nothing. You just have to do something. You just have to do what? So you will go through each of the this characters, okay, from the string, and if there is some vowel, you will convert it to uppercase. If that is not a vowel, you will convert it to lowercase. Correct?
Char in s.
Yes. So what will you do? For char in S, if char, so let's say here is our vowels.
So I thought I have to take all the inputs first, then do the.
Yeah, you can also do that, but then you have to store all your inputs as some uh, as elements of your list, and then you can take each element from your list and then apply this particular thing which we are writing, right? And then you will
Yes.
print them. You can do that also, and you can do here also, as simple as
Okay,
that.
sir.
Okay. Okay, someone said in chat, sir, please help with the Jan 2025 OPP 1 set 3 section 2 problem 2. Okay, Jan, I think we saw that right now. Set which one? Set 3. Okay, this one, right? Yeah, this one we saw. Okay. What it says? That person is there or not? Bhavin, are you here? I hope this I explained it, so I hope it was clear for you, right? How you have to take input, isn't it? Rest all the things are very easy. So you see, section 2 is also very easy. If you understand how to take inputs, then manipulating it gets very easy, right? In the function and in the function type, there is not, you don't have to even worry about taking input. You just have to manipulate it somehow, whatever question you are getting, correct? Someone asked something. Sir, I didn't GRT the zero pyramid question. Okay, yeah, I didn't got the zero pyramid question. There is nothing in the zero pyramid question. Wait a second. This was the question. Okay, the guy who did not understood Shivam. Okay, just look, read the question. Print a centered triangle up to a given number of rows where all the elements are zeros. Okay, so when your input is 3, you have to print 3 rows. When your input is 2, you have to print 2 rows. When your input is 4, you have to print 4 rows. Fine. There is a space between zeros in a same line and also no space after the last zero in the line. Fine. How will you do this? For okay, so first you have to take input n equals to int input. What this input tells you? How many rows we have to write for I in range n, correct?
N.
Yeah. Now tell me, do you see a pattern? How many spaces are there initially? 1, 2. Okay.
Print
1,
space.
print space. How many times?
N minus.
N minus 1. 1 minus I.
N
Exactly.
minus 1 minus I.
Yeah, correct. Perfect. After printing
Sir,
space,
I,
what we have
sir,
to do?
I. This is 1.
Ah, sorry, yeah, I. What we have to do? After that, we have to print zeros, correct? So,
Plus print 0.
But there is a pattern, right? There is a pattern. In row 1,
Plus string
there
0.
is 1 0.
Plus
Mhm.
string 0.
That, yeah, we can do that. But in row 1, there is 1 0. In row 2, there are 2 zeros. In row 3, there are 3 zeros, correct?
I plus 1 times.
I plus 1 time. Okay. Let's see. I plus 1 times. Okay, we can do that. But there is also a space between each zero, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and there should be no space after
Sir,
the last zero.
we
So
use
first we
format.
write the zero, then put the space again.
Sir, we use
Yeah.
format.
Formatting, you are saying? But how will you incorporate incrementing number of zeros with spaces in the middle? Tell me. You
No,
can't,
that
right?
is not good
So
idea.
yes. So you figured out how to print number of how to print spaces before zeros, right? That's clear for you. Now let's say I might want to print zeros somehow. I have to figure out some logic. Let's say end this with empty string. Okay. Let's go to this after. After printing spaces, let's go to next. Next part. We'll suppose I say print. We have to print zeros, correct? I will say zero, string of zero.
Sir,
Okay.
I can print a 0 space
Hmm.
in the first print statement.
Zero space. But how will you print number of zeros? Okay, so when I can do this star I plus 1, I can do this, right? But we have to make sure that this last zero, this tail zero should not, this last zero, this last zero should not have a space after it. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. So what we'll do, tell me. So whatever we write here, we'll just strip 0 out of it, right? I mean strip space out of it, correct? And only we have to strip from the last part. So what will I
Sir,
do?
R strip.
I dot
Yes,
strip.
strip. That's it. And after zeros are printed, we have to go to next line. Correct? Is it clear? Let's test run this, whether this works or not. If this does not work, then we have to use nested loops. Okay, this works. Correct. Fine.
So can you
Go on.
explain the second line, sir?
Okay, second line. So we see what we want is in each line we want 0. Okay, 0, then space, then again 0. Okay. So in the first line, how many zeros we want? 1. In the second line, how many zeros we want? 2. In the third line, how many zeros we want? 3. Okay, and I is 0 here, I is 1 here. So if I add 1 to my I, what will happen? I will become 1 for the first line.
Yes.
That number of zeros I have to print. I will become 2 for the second line if I add 1 to it. That
Yes.
number of zeros I have to print. Okay, but I have to print 0. After 0 we have to print space, then 0, then space. So see here, 0 space 0 space 0. So what I did is I am printing 0 and space together inside a string,
Oh,
that number of times. Okay,
yes.
but our question says that at the end of each line there should be no extra space. See, there is no extra space. Fine.
Right, yeah.
So what we did is we printed all the 0 with spaces. So if we only did this, then what will happen? We'll print this number of zeros, and after this there will be an extra space. So what we did is we do R strip. So from the right side we remove that one extra space. After printing all of the zeros with spaces, we remove that extra space from the end. Fine.
Thanks a lot, sir. I missed that space.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So
Sir,
that's
sir, in OPP set 1, January term question,
set 1 Jan term.
Sir, could you share this code please in the chat?
Yeah, I will share
set
it.
1, set 1, OPP 1, set 1.
Wait a second. Okay, guys, we have to end the session, right? It's been almost 1 hour. So after this, I will just end the session. All right. Jan term set 1, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which question?
Section 1, problem 3.
Section 1, problem 3. Easy ones. Okay. Okay, what's the problem here? The question says write a function make dict from elements in index that returns a dictionary consisting of a single value pair formed as follows. Okay, the key is the element at the given index from the list keys. The value is the element at the given index from the list values. Okay, so you have been given this list. Okay, what you have to do is you have to create a dictionary. You have been given two lists. Okay, you have to create dictionaries. Key should be this and value should be corresponding this, correct?
Sir, I can use zip function, but when I
Hmm.
return this does not
Hmm.
right.
Yeah, so basically there might this might be possible that they have banned this zip function, so that if you will use zip function, then the answer is just one line. Okay, so you won't apply any logic, right?
So, no, sir,
Yeah.
I do not implement the concept of indexing.
Okay.
I mean, they want the only the answer which is in the index which is given,
Uh-huh.
index integer.
Uh-huh.
The does not return it. This is the problem of the code. I can make it in a dictionary using the function by
Uh-huh.
add, but I can't answer the right question answer.
So what you did? I did not got you. Sorry. What you did? Can you repeat?
Sir, in the
Okay, this
question,
this incorporating this part, this part.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So see, what you have to do is whatever this is given. So zip function, you created a dictionary. Okay.
Okay,
After
sir.
you created the dictionary, what you will do is convert that dictionary to a list of tuples. Fine.
Sir, list of tuple.
Yeah, list of tuples. So you know this function dictionary
Sir, how
dot.
to convert a dict to a list of tuple?
Do you know this method? So suppose I have a dictionary. Suppose dict this thing. I have a dictionary like this. Let's mm, let's fill it with some value. Apple colon 10 banana. Let's do it in some other place. Okay, not here. Okay, let's do it here. We have this 20. Okay, this is our dictionary. Okay, what we'll do is do you know about this dict dot items? Do you know about this?
Yes, I know it.
Right. So what this does? It converts your dictionary to list of tuples. See, it is list of tuples.
Sorry, I
Correct.
forgot the method.
Yeah.
I know
So
that.
what you will do for I in uh, no, not for I in list of tuples. So you have to do dict dot items. Okay, so this will give you a list of tuples. Now, whatever index you have here, okay, this part, this index, okay, what will you do here? You will just say index, okay.
Index,
Yeah, this will give us index, but this will give you this tuple, okay. You don't want the tuple. What you want is you want it in a dictionary format, correct? So what you will do is you
And
will first,
dict in outside.
sorry, sorry. What? Can you repeat?
It gives me a tuple, so
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
add curly braces in front of the quote.
Yes, you can definitely do that. So this will give you this thing a tuple. So store this in some t equals tuple. Okay. Sorry. Index is, oh, I have not defined index. So let's make it 1. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Dict items object is not subscriptable. Oh, okay. Wait a second. Let's see. Yeah, it is done. So if I print t, what will happen? You see we got this. Okay, now what we'll do, I will just say
Print dict
print, yeah, print f strings. Okay, I will write it, and here you will just write it like this. You have to print banana, right? So banana colon. Okay, no, you have to do t of 0, correct? uh, colon
colon
t of
T of
uh,
1.
yes, that's it. And you have to write it within this, correct?
Yes.
And this will give you the dictionary. I did not end it.
Sir, the last doubt. Oh,
Mhm.
how join function works, sir?
What how?
Join function works.
So you just, so suppose you have a list. Okay, let's say you have a list 1 2 3 4 4. Okay, so you have a list. What you want to is join these functions. So suppose I want the output, something output as 1 space 2 space 3 space 4. Okay, so what I will do is whatever I want between these elements, okay, I will give it as a string. So I want space, so I will give it as a string, and I say dot join and give the list which I want to join. So I'll give the name of the list L. Fine. Sequence, what
It only
happened?
works for list.
It yeah, it works for list. Yes. Int
Sir,
for, okay.
and also
Yeah.
the map function.
Okay, map function is just that you have to write map, and then to what, so you can map every element to
Sir, why
some,
the join function gives error?
because these are not strings, these are, each of these are integer. So
Integer, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you cannot join some string and integer, so you can first convert these to strings, and then
Okay,
you
okay,
can,
okay,
okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah, so in
So
map
it works
function,
for string.
yeah, it works for strings, yes. Okay, so in map function, what happens is, to which function you have to map. Suppose what I have is, let's say I have some list, no, this list only we take. Okay, I want to map each element of this to some string. So what I will write is that it has map, I will say str. I think I have to give it in string format, but let's see whether this works or not. And then whatever list I have to give. So L. This will map each of my elements of string to string. Each of my elements of L to strings. Okay. Let's see whether this works. Yeah. So we got a map object. So we have to convert it into list first. Okay. Okay. And then, okay, so whenever we map some object, we don't get list as output, we get some map object, so we have to convert it into list always. Okay,
So map function works for list only.
map function, yeah, for list also, for tuple also you can use map function. Okay, but then you have to convert it from map object to list all. Okay, so you can also convert it to tuple, so you can write it here like this, and you will get tuple. Okay, this argument can also be a tuple. Understood? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So it converts the elements of a list to a
Yes, it takes
confined
each element
type.
from the list or any tuple and convert it into whatever we are wanting. So in place of this str is what? A function that converts our whatever we provide as argument to string, right? So we can write some other function here. Suppose we have some predefined function, we can write the name of the function here, and it will take each element and apply that function on that element and give us output. Fine.
So say we wanted to like find the square of each of these elements of this list.
Yeah.
So first we need to define the function that y
Yes.
equals. Okay.
Yes, you have to first define a function wherever you define a function which takes some element and square it, and then you will write the name of the function here, and then it will give you the square. Fine. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So today's session is over. Okay.
Are you taking tomorrow's session?
Why
I won't take tomorrow's
why
session.
str1 map str1?
Yes, that's not str1. That's L. That's the name of the list. This one. Okay.
So is mapped every element to
Yes.
string, na?
Yes, it mapped every element to this string function. Okay. All right. So I'm ending today's session. All right. Thank you all for joining this session.
Thank you.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
Thank
Good
you.
night.
Thanks a lot.